Welcome back, everybody. Another watch party here on 76ers now as the Sixers playing host to the Houston Rockets. Kevin Durant, Thompson, Alperen Sengun, a powerhouse out there in the West. Philadelphia looking to respond and bounce back from Tuesday night's loss to the Phoenix Suns, also at home. We were live for that one. If you were with us on Tuesday night as well, and you're with us here again tonight, let me know down in the chat. You're a real one. I, of course, recognize some names already. Time in the Buckeye in the chat. Here we go. Daniel Barry Sports Highlights. Always a real one. Always a legend here on the channel saying, hey, everybody. And then how about Naheem Irwin, 213. All up in the chat. Shout out to you for getting involved here on the show. I see my dad in the chat. What's going on? Naheem saying, let's go Sixers. Maxey in for a big night. And Embiid playing as well. Love the duo of Maxey and VJ. I think Paul George might be playing. Watch out for Kevin Durant. I'll be looking forward to the Sixers going to the NBA Finals. I'd be looking forward to that as well, certainly. Paul George and Embiid available to play tonight. Yay. Edgecombe can shoot some threes as well. I echo a lot of those sentiments, man. Good to see the big fella back out there getting ready to go. Good to see Paul George getting out there ready to go as well. Sixers going with a starting lineup of Maxey, VJ, Edgecombe, Paul George, Kelly Oubre, and Joel Embiid. So Dominick Barlow will head to the bench for this one. That's something interesting to monitor as well. Christian Malley coming in with a $10 super chat. Christian was also sending in some supers during our watch party on Tuesday. Really appreciate that when we do have a super chat menu to get to as well. First, so let's show that super chat from Christian here. Really do appreciate it. As this game going to get underway in about 10 to 15 minutes here. Sixers again looking for a bounce back dub. Christian, let's get to your super chat here. There we go. $10. Time for some NBA basketball at a early Friday morning for me. Yes, so Christian, I believe, where did you say you were from? I trying to remember here, but very early Friday morning for you. So advance in the time zones there. But still tuned in, still rocking with us, and still watching the Sixers play some NBA best. Germany, that's right. Germany, of course, Christian. I'll remember that for next time. Appreciate you hanging out here with us. And we'll get to the super chat menu in a little bit, but anytime people send in super chats of $5 or more, this one is 10. Do a little beer cheers. Get the night started early, huh? Why not? Before this Sixers team inevitably frustrates me and makes us all crazy here tonight. Cheers to you, Christian. Appreciate that. Of course, this game getting underway at about 7 p.m. Eastern time. Rockets actually are the favorites in this one. Look, they've been having a up and down season. Don't want to say disappointing because they are, 11 games over 500 right now. But they started off the season very strong. Since then, they've kind of been a pretty average team, at least in terms of their win-loss record. Obviously a stacked roster, though, with the likes of, as I mentioned, Kevin Durant, Thompson, Alperen Sengun, and some other good role players and pieces there as well. So definitely a team to watch out for. They are the favorites in this one. 2-point favorites, over under set at 221 and a half. Let's see, we got how many people hanging out here with us early on? 14 people, 7 likes. As you get in here, be sure to hit that like button and get down to the chat and let me know your thoughts on this game, and we can talk about this one before it gets underway, and then during the game, of course, live play-by-play. Big part of the channel, though, audience interaction. So love when you guys get in the chat and we can chop it up, talk some hoops. That's what I love to do. That's why we do it, baby. Some quick news and notes for this game before tip-off here. Rockets, as I mentioned, 11 games over 500, 26 and 15. So they are no joke. Better than the Sixers' current 23 and 19 record. Houston coming off a game against the San Antonio Spurs, in which the Rockets were able to win their third straight game, taking down San Antonio. So, but just 5-5 in their last 10, and just 11-12 on the road is Houston. Now, big injury here for the Rockets. Steven Adams will not play with an ankle injury. He's a big part of the huge lineup they run. Houston, one of the tallest starting lineups when they go with Thompson, Kevin Durant, Jabari Smith Jr., Steven Adams, and Alperen Sengun. Average height's like 6'10". Big problem for the Sixers is rebounding. The Rockets are the best offensive rebounding team in the NBA. Of course, that's usually with Steven Adams. Still a good offensive rebounding team, though, even without him. So, going to have to watch out for that because it's been a big problem for the 76ers really all year, but especially over their recent rough stretch where they have lost 4 of their last 6 games. Plenty more to get to before this game gets underway. We will keep talking some hoops and keep analyzing this game. Tyrese Maxey, 2-time NBA All-Star starter. Well, 2-time All-Star, 1-time starter. But great to see him getting some of the love, getting some of the recognition that he does absolutely deserve. But real quick, before we get too far into our show, gotta give a big shout out to today's sponsor, and that is Prize Picks. The big game is almost here, and there's no better way to cash in during America's biggest sporting event than Prize Picks, where it always feels good to be right. And since the big game is right around the corner, that also means it's your last chance to get into the football action before next season. So close out the season right with Prize Picks by getting $50 instantly in lineups when you play your first $5. Prize Picks is super simple to play. All you do is pick more or less on player stat projections, and you can win some big-time money. I'll get to my lineup here in just a moment. Prize Picks always innovating. A lot of great new features available on the app. You can find your community on Prize Picks with a new social feeds feature. You can share Prize Picks with your friends and copy lineups from winners with a single click. Copy lineups you like or use them as inspiration for your own picks. You can even follow Prize Picks partners like us and tailor-fade our picks with just one click. Speaking of my picks for this one here tonight on Tuesday, unfortunately, was not able to get a winner there. Hoping to run it back here tonight. 3-pick power play for me in this one. Kelly Oubre more than 11.5 points. Even with some of the guys coming back, he's been on an absolute hot streak. I like what Kelly Oubre can do here tonight. Kevin Durant more than 24.5 points. Not sure there's really anybody in the Sixers that can do too much to stop Kevin Durant. Well, nobody in the league that can do too much to stop Kevin Durant. And then VJ Edgecombe, that is a goblin pick, meaning it's a little bit lower, a little bit easier to hit that, but a little bit of a smaller payout, going more than 1.5 3-pointers made. Tail my picks, fade my picks, whatever you do. Be sure to do it with Prize Picks. We have a great deal for the people. Download the Prize Picks app today and use the code CLNS to get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. That's code CLNS to get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. Prize Picks, it's good to be right. Okay. We got 12 people in here hanging out right now. Again, appreciate it as you come in here. Be sure to hit that like button. I want to know who you got in this one. Let me know. Sixers taking on the Rockets as tip-off is just moments away. PHI for the Sixers, HOU, of course, Houston for the Rockets. Let me know who you got. Sixers warming up right now, getting ready to go. Some interesting storylines for this game. You know, it's a bigger Houston Rockets team, but they can struggle offensively at times because of their size. Has led them to lose some games they probably shouldn't have because they can tend to get muddied up a little bit offensively when they go too big. So we'll have to see what they look like here tonight. The Sixers, Joel Embiid back in the fold, Paul George back in the fold. Both of them will be starting tonight after missing last game against Phoenix. So good to see them back in action and playing once again. Of course, Embiid played Monday against the Pacers. Paul George did not. So this is Paul George's first game this week in what is the Sixers' third game overall. Naheem typing PHI for the Sixers. Christian Malley PHI Naheem, glad to see Joel Embiid and Paul George out there tonight. Absolutely. They've been on a pretty good stretch prior to Monday and Tuesday of playing in a lot of different games. Now, Embiid's not going to play back-to-backs. That's no surprise. I was shocked Paul George did not play on Tuesday because he did not play on Monday, but good to see him back out there nonetheless. Dominick Barlow will not start tonight. It'll be Paul George and Kelly Oubre at the forward spots. So, interesting there. I'm more of a fan of starting Dominick Barlow and letting Kelly Oubre come off the bench, but Oubre's been great as of late, especially offensively. We know he's always good defensively, but the offense has really been there. So, I suppose that's Nick Nurse's decision to get a little more offense, maybe a little bit more spacing as well against this big Rockets lineup. Do worry, though, about the rebounding side of things for Philadelphia with what is the best offensive rebounding team and best rebounding team overall in the NBA in the Houston Rockets. Tyrese is averaging 30 points per game. He is indeed, but he's been on a rough stretch as of late. Was not good. Probably his worst game of the year on Tuesday against the Suns. So I'd love to see him bounce back, but gonna be tough, man. Tyrese can struggle with size, and he's got one of the best perimeter defenders in the NBA to go up against in Thompson. Gonna be making it really, really tough for Tyrese Maxey because Thompson has size, but he's also super athletic, so he can keep up with Maxey. We'll see how he deals with that. Expect a lot of screens trying to get Thompson switched off of Maxey. And when Reed Shepherd's in the game, expect the Sixers to go at him time and time again. Reed Shepherd, former third overall pick for the Rockets, had a, up and down season so far this year. Didn't play much last year at all. Spent a lot of time in the G League. But, this year, with the Fred VanVleet injury, really been thrust into more of a larger role for Houston. And he could be good offensively, provide some valuable spacing, but he's small, not super athletic on the defensive side of the ball, so he can be taken advantage of for sure. Real quick, before this game gets underway, in the next few minutes, I do want to show the Super Chat menu because Christian Malley sent in that $10 Super Chat earlier, and when you send in a $10 Super Chat, you become a bell ringer here on the channel. Basically what that means, of course, before every Sixers home game, they have a celebrity, someone notable, come and ring the bell before the game. So if you send in a $10 Super Chat or more, you can join an exclusive club. It's like an MVP club here on the channel and become a bell ringer. And basically what that gets you, just shout-outs throughout the year, and we'll kind of build that list up throughout the rest of the season, throughout the playoffs, and who knows, maybe we'll have some kind of giveaway by the end of the season if we get enough people in there. Our current bell ringers, as I'm going to have to add Christian Malley to this list as well. Peter Thurman, Lord Buddy Bear, both good friends of the show, both absolute real ones. Number 3, that's you, Christian Malley. You are now our third bell ringer. So cheers to you. Appreciate that. Of course, tuning in from Germany. All right, clock in the Sixers arena showing about 9 minutes to go until this game does get underway. Game's tipping off about 10 minutes after the allotted start time. Kevin Durant is going to be a tough cover, and he does tend to have some big games against the Sixers, has big games against most teams, so going to be tough to cover him here tonight. But look, I'm rocking my Sixers throwback crew neck here that I've been promoting on the show if you want it. chatsports.com/76classiccrew. It's sweet, and I'm hoping it brings us some good luck here tonight against Houston. Naheem, I think Tyrese Maxey can lead the Sixers to the finals, and they're going to do it. Look, I've talked about this in the show over the past really couple of weeks where the Sixers had that good stretch to start January, and they've kind of cooled off as of late. I think they have the talent and the pieces to be able to do it, to be able to make a run in the playoffs, but they haven't been able to win consistently. They don't have a win streak longer than 4 games this year. You got to win a lot of games in the playoffs and play your best basketball for an extended period of time if you want to make a deep run. Philadelphia hasn't been able to do that. So they've really got to be able to show they can do that at some point this season. I think of the Pacers last year. The Pacers at this time last year were in a very similar spot to the Sixers record-wise. This year, the Pacers last year, very similar spot to the Sixers record-wise. But around this time last year, on the deadline, they really turned things up the second half of the season. That's what the Sixers have to do this year. Christian, I can watch a game on NBA League Pass with the in-arena entertainment. Interested what that looks like. You obviously don't get any kind of call or anything. I guess it's just the sounds of the arena, which is pretty cool. And you can watch that and listen to the call right here. I love that. That is perfect. All right, they'll take one more break, and then we will get into things here for this game. 29 people watching. I know we're going to have a mix of some Sixers fans and some Rockets fans. So, of course, Rockets fans, know you're tuned into a Sixers stream, but you are more than welcome to be here and catch what's going on in this game if you are unable to. Just a few minutes away from tip. If you're ready for this game to start, go ahead, hit that thumbs up icon, like the stream. When you hit that like button, it just helps the stream out a little bit. Helps tell YouTube that people are enjoying it, that you're enjoying the pregame coverage before the game gets underway, and get more NBA fans in here who are looking to watch the game. Do appreciate everybody who's already liked the video. 12 likes, shout out to you guys. Naheem, watch out for Kevin Durant. Oh, yeah, you got to watch out for Kevin Durant. There is no doubt about that. He can take over a game. He can also step back a little bit and, let his teammates do the work. If somebody like an Alperen Sengun is having a good night, he can certainly, let him kind of drive the ship, if you will. Sengun, another guy to watch out for, man. A very skilled center, kind of a, people have been calling him a baby Nikola Jokic, which, with his skill set, a pretty good comparison there. Now, he said he doesn't want to be called a baby Jokic. He's just Alperen Sengun. But similar skill set in terms of being able to pass the ball, run the offense, initiate the offense. But a little bit slow-footed defensively. You can take advantage of him on that end. So I'd like to see Joel Embiid go at him. Maybe Maxey get at him on some switches as well. They show the contest when the game pauses. Oh, Christian, so like when they go to commercial. I've actually seen that before, yeah. When they go to commercial and the Sixers are doing stuff between breaks, they'll show that. Yeah. National anthem being sung here at Xfinity Mobile Arena. A big stretch of home games for the Sixers. Got to take advantage of these games at home. They really haven't been able to. Sixers have struggled at home this year. They've been better on the road. You'd love to see that kind of maybe even out a little bit, get some more wins in the crib. But if you're just tuning in, game moments away from getting underway. Biggest key I'm looking out for is the rebounding battle. Sixers have not been a good rebounding team. Rockets are the best in the NBA. So they're a big team. Even without Steven Adams, they're still going to be able to hit the glass hard. It's a big loss for them, I will say. It's a big loss. Out with a sprained ankle. For the Rockets, it'll be Thompson, Josh Okogie, Kevin Durant, Jabari Smith Jr., and Alperen Sengun, the starting five. Same one they had last game against the Spurs where they beat San Antonio. Sixers are underdogs in this one. Alrighty. Again, if you're ready for this game to start, hit that thumbs up, like the stream. If you're enjoying this absolutely free coverage, and if you want more coverage of the Sixers all season long, do way more than just watch parties here on the channel. Videos all throughout the week, all throughout the year. News, rumors, analysis, and a whole lot more on your 76ers. Hit that sub button. We're sitting at 24,675 subscribers, trying to march towards 25K. So shout out to the real ones who have gotten us this far. Really do appreciate it. And we'll keep climbing and keep growing here on the program. Naheem, the Sixers have to win this one. They can't lose at home again. Yeah, Sixers have done a little too much losing at home as of late. So absolutely have to get it going. You're at the crib, man. You can't be letting these teams just come in here and beat up on you. Especially when you've had the success you've had on the road. Then you got to take advantage even more. Especially with the way the Eastern Conference is going, man. Sixers have had a chance to rise up in those standings if they would have been able to take advantage over these last few weeks. A lot of teams have been struggling. The Knicks, the Raptors have been up and down, who are above them in the standings. Celtics have been good. Pistons have been good. But you could easily be the 3 seed if you're Philadelphia if you just played a little more consistent basketball. All right, as I mentioned, Sixers starters getting introduced. Tyrese Maxey, VJ Edgecombe, Kelly Oubre, Paul George, and Joel Embiid. So no Dominick Barlow in the starting lineup. He is healthy. He will play. Just coming off the bench. Don't force turnovers yet. Can't turn the ball over. And you got to turn over the Rockets. Sixers have been one of the better fast break teams in the league. Obviously, when Embiid's out there, kind of changes the dynamic of everything. But I believe this is the first time all year we're seeing this starting lineup with Philadelphia. With Maxey, Edgecombe, George, Oubre, and Embiid. Very interested to see how it goes. This was the ideal starting lineup heading into the year, but then Paul George missed the start of the season. By the time he came back, Kelly Oubre was out with an injury. Oubre came back recently. He's been coming off the bench, but he will get the start here tonight. All right, who's ready? Who's ready? 36 people watching. If you're excited, let me hear you. You want the Sixers to beat the Rockets. Get those 7-6ers going in the chat as the teams will line up here for the jump ball momentarily. 40 people watching. Let me hear from you, man. Let me hear from you. Before we get into the play-by-play bag. Anybody else here that was here on Tuesday night? Had a good show. That was a fun time getting back into the saddle. Of course, Steven Adams, as I mentioned, out with an ankle sprain for the Rockets. Fred VanVleet towards ACL at the beginning of the year. He'll be out. Maybe trying to make a playoff or a push to come back by the playoffs. And Aaron Holiday also out for the Rockets. I see my mom in the chat. Let's go Sixers. Let's do it. Don't want to lose 2 in a row at home against good competition. You want to show you can hang with these kind of teams. Rockets came back from 16 down on Tuesday against the Spurs, their biggest comeback victory of the season, to win their 3rd in a row. Their defense really improved late in that game. They have a lot of big bodies, a lot of good defensive personnel. Can they put it all together? They can certainly struggle offensively as well. All right, here we go. Tip-off from Xfinity Mobile Arena. Embiid versus Sengun. Sengun wins the tip, but it goes right to Kelly Oubre, and we are underway here in Philadelphia. Edgecombe guarded by Alperen Sengun to start this one. Gets it to Embiid, handoff to Maxey. Wide open from outside. No good. Maxey misses his first shot. Of course, he did struggle against the Suns on Tuesday, starting with a miss here tonight. Sengun over to Jabari Smith in the left wing. He'll drive on Oubre. Good defense by Oubre. Makes him pass it back out to Sengun, who's guarded by Edgecombe. He's going to post him up. Clear size advantage, but ripped away by VJ into the hands of Paul George, who's going to slam it home. Paul George gets us going here with a rare dunk for PG this season, giving Philadelphia the early lead. Maxey guarding Kevin Durant does a great job to tip away the entry pass, but it goes right to Thompson, who's able to flush it in underneath. Unlucky there. Great effort from Maxey guarding up on Kevin Durant. Now here's Oubre. Get it to Embiid, posting up on Sengun. Embiid gets right by him baseline, but good contest from Sengun. Embiid thought there was contact as the shot is no good. Back the other way. Kevin Durant rises from outside, knocks down the triple. And he'll be fouled on the 3 as well. Paul George getting KD on the arm, it looks like, on the 3-point shot. That's a weak call, man. That's a weak call. Kevin Durant with one free throw to come. Distant Kassar, no way in the world Nurse is going to out coach Houston's coach Ime Udoka. Ime is one of the best in the business, man. Kevin Durant makes the free throw, completes a 4-point play. Ime Udoka is a great coach. I got faith in Nick Nurse. Embiid now, guarded by Kevin Durant. He's doubled. Some great passing by the Sixers as VJ gets it inside to Oubre. He'll rise up and over Sengun, and Oubre gets his first 2 of the game to go. Need more than 11.5 for my prize picks for Oubre. Most importantly, want to win, though. Here's Sengun. He'll drive it inside. Sweep pass to the corner to Jabari Smith. No good. There's an offensive rebound, though, for Thompson. Out to KD. Back to Jabari Smith. He misses another 3. Sixers lucky there not to give up some second chance points. Mentioned offensive rebounding is a big key. Here's Paul George. Screen from Embiid. Back out to Embiid. Guarded by Okogie. Embiid to Oubre in the corner. Oubre knocks down the 3. Quick 5 points for KO. Picking up right where he left off. Oubre shooting like 50+% from 3 when Embiid's on the floor this year. Here's Jabari Smith. Step back jumper over Embiid. Good defense there. Rebound goes to Paul George and the Sixers. Paul George guarded by Thompson. They'll get it to Embiid again. Really been feeding Embiid early in this game. Embiid's posting up Jabari Smith. Tries to draw a foul, but loses the ball. Thompson in the open floor. Dishes down to Sengun. And Sengun finishes with the right hand. Sixers down 8-7 early on here. Embiid hands it off to Oubre. They'll reset. Now Oubre will attack Sengun. Good defense from the Rockets' big man. Oubre just off on the baseline jumper. Rockets want to play quick. Here's Thompson. Back to the trailing Kevin Durant. No good. Rebound goes to Embiid. He's tied up by Okogie. That'll be a foul on Josh Okogie of Houston. First foul on Houston. Been a pretty good pace to this game here so far. Five points for Kelly Oubre to lead the way for Philadelphia. Maxey for 3. No good again off front iron. Missing his first 2 shots, and Sixers do a poor job getting back off the missed shot. Jabari Smith cuts to the basket, gets the easy dunk. Nobody covered him there. Some miscommunication off the missed shot. Now here's Paul George. Great hands by Thompson to knock it out of bounds. Ball will stay with Philadelphia with 8 minutes to go in this first quarter. Oh, the broadcast missed it. They were showing a replay of the previous possession, but you could hear it. VJ Edgecombe just threw it down. I can't believe they missed that. Gotta need to see a replay of that. Kevin Durant off the screen to Sengun. Sengun throws it away. And they're going to say it was deflected. I don't know. Sengun tried to kick it to the corner. Here's the replay of the Edgecombe dunk. Right off the inbound pass. Rising up and over. Alperen Sengun. What another dunk for VJ Edgecombe. Here's Sengun as ball stays with Houston. He'll pull from deep. He can hit those, and he promptly knocks down the 3. Sengun, an improved three-point shooter this season. He can make them. 13-9 lead for Houston. Here's Maxey. Guarded by Jabari Smith. Again, a lot of long, tall defenders they can throw at him. Now Embiid's guarded by Kevin Durant. He attacks him. He draws a triple team. Great find for Paul George, but he's sent back by Sengun. Try to flush it up and in, and Sengun was there. Now Kevin Durant's fouled by Oubre driving towards the basket. KD will now shoot a couple of free throws. Already we're seeing that defensive intensity, length, and effort of the Houston Rockets. Embiid drew a triple team. No joke. 3 guys on him. Found Paul George. He tried to slam it home, but Sengun was having none of that. Now Kevin Durant at the line. Misses the first free throw. Rare miss the free throw line for Kevin Durant. Kevin Durant averaging 26, 5.5, and 4.5 on the season. Amazing. He can still score at such a high level despite being in his late 30s. Kevin Durant's second free throw is good. Now Oubre, guarded by Sengun. He'll attack him. Put up a little floater with the left hand. Good, and the foul. 3-point play opportunity for Kelly Oubre. He's up to 7 points here tonight. Great job by Kelly Oubre to be aggressive in this one. Goes right at Sengun. Draws the foul. Makes the shot. And he'll go to the line to shoot a couple of free throws here. Averaging 14 a game this year, but it's really been hot as of late as Oubre knocks down both free throws. (14-12) Houston lead. Kevin Durant gets doubled, finds a Kogi. If it was in the line, going to be a two-pointer for Josh Okogie. Sixers back the other way quickly. Maxey, right-hand layup. He just can't buy a bucket, man. Cannot get the roll to go. Rockets now back the other way. They're running. Sengun finds a wide-open Jabari Smith Jr. in the corner. He knocks down the three, and it's a 7-point first quarter lead here for the Houston Rockets. 19-12 is the score. Sixers have had some good looks here, had some opportunities. But unfortunately, they've been unable to cash in. Some good defense by Houston early on. Said they're going to be a tough matchup defensively, man. Going to be a tough matchup defensively. 50 people watching live. Appreciate you all hanging out here for the Sixers versus Rockets game. As you come in here, be sure to hit that thumbs up icon, like the stream if you're enjoying the coverage. 100% free. Appreciate all of you that are here hanging out. Let's get to our first quarter sponsor here for our Sixers versus Rockets watch party. That is our great friends at Prize Picks. The big game is almost here, and there's no better way to cash in during America's biggest sporting event than Prize Picks, where it always feels good to be right. And since the big game is right around the corner, that also means it's your last chance to get into the football action before next season. So close the season outright with Prize Picks by getting $50 instantly in lineups when you play your first $5. Prize Picks makes watching sports such a fun experience. You can really get in on the action and make game days that much better. It's super simple to play. All you do is pick more or less on 2 to 6 player stats, and you can win some big-time money. With the new social feeds feature on Prize Picks, you can now share Prize Picks with your friends and copy lineups from winners with a single click. Copy lineups you like or use them as inspiration for your own picks. You can even follow Prize Picks partners like us and tail or fade our picks with just one click. Speaking of my picks, let's get to those here. This is the lineup I went with here tonight. We didn't win on Tuesday, hoping to get the dub here in this one. Kelly Oubre more than 11.5 points. He is already up to 8, so that looks good. Kevin Durant more than 24.5. He has 5. VJ Edgecombe more than 1.5 3-pointers made. None yet for him, but I'm sure he'll be getting there here at some point. And we have a great deal for the people. Download the Prize Picks app today. Use the code CLNS to get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. That's code CLNS to get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. Prize Picks, it's good to be right. That link is in the chat right now. Okay. In the early going in, you can see the box score right here to my right, left of your screen. Kelly Oubre with those 8 points, but Embiid 0 for 2, Maxey 0 for 3. Not a good way to start the game. Not a good way to start the game. Rockets have been out and running. Sixers struggling a little bit offensively in this one. Once again, outside of Kelly Oubre. All right, here's Paul George. Finds an open Kelly Oubre. He pump fakes from the outside. Drives into Okogie. No foul is called. Thought there had to be a block or a charge as Okogie fell to the deck, but nothing was called. Oubre dumped it off to Embiid, and Embiid finally gets on the board. 6 of 13 from the field here. Thompson cutting over VJ Edgecombe. Has the clear size advantage. Gets the layup to go, and VJ fouls him. So another three-point chance here for the Rockets. And I'm going to tweak this out right now. You can follow me over on Twitter if you'd like, at Jake Chipper. I can throw my Twitter in the chat right now as Thompson knocks down the first free throw. But, man, we're already seeing the size of the Rockets right now really bother Philadelphia. Edgecombe gets open from outside. VJ Edgecombe knocks down the three, his first of the night. Just got left open there on the right wing. And he made the Rockets pay for leaving him open. Here's Sengun. Hands it off to Kevin Durant, who's guarded by Paul George. Finds a cutting Okogie with a great pass to Sengun. Paul George does a great job rotating over, but does have to foul Sengun. Would have had an easy dunk, so good foul from Paul George, not giving up the easy bucket there. Sengun misses the first free throw, as that's already Paul George's second foul. So 2 fouls in the first 7-ish minutes here. Be something to monitor as the game moves on. Sengun misses both free throws. Of course, it doesn't count for any Chick-fil-A because it's got to be the second half. But we'll take a couple missed free throws for Houston. VJ to Embiid, backing down Kevin Durant. He's tripled again, spins out of it. Ball gets swung around to Maxey for three. He is just struggling. Misses another one, does Tyrese. He can't get nothing to go. 0 of 4 on the night. Here's Sengun, gets Embiid to bite in the pump fake, but chooses not to shoot it. Back out to Kevin Durant. Back to Sengun. Embiid lets him take the three. Sengun misses. VJ Edgecombe fighting for the rebound. Will get it over Josh Okogie. Now Embiid gets it down tight from Maxey. Up and over Sengun. Misses the first shot, but gets his own rebound after Sengun fell to the floor. Able to get 2 to go. Sixers legacy in the chat. What's good? What's good? 3-point ball game. Sixers still hanging around, despite not looking too great to start this one. Here's Sengun. Finds a cutting Tari Eason, who's into the ball game. Corner to Okogie. Down to Jabari Smith. Will post up Kelly Oubre. 3 to shoot. Great defense by Oubre. Got to put one up. And he turns it over. Shot clock violation. Kelly Oubre absolutely hounding Jabari Smith. He had no clue what to do with the ball. That's boxed, baby. That's boxed. Great defense by Oubre, man. Robbie. Real one on the show. I'm always seeing your comments on our videos, Robbie. Good old Kelly Oubre. This is why you don't trade him. Edgecombe steps into a 3 short. Barlow, though, who's into the game now, gets the offensive rebound out to Embiid, who takes a 3 in and out, rolled around the rim, but couldn't fall. So Barlow has entered the game for Paul George, who has 2 fouls. Tari Eason has entered the game for Thompson for the Rockets. Here's Durant, working around a screen, guarded by Barlow. Kicks to Eason in the corner, blocked by Kelly Oubre! Dude, Kelly Oubre has just been phenomenal, man. I'm going to start saying some dangerous things about Kelly Oubre, man. He has been playing phenomenal on both ends of the floor. Ball gets inbounded to Kevin Durant. 5 to shoot. Guarded by Barlow. Kevin Durant will rise. He'll shoot. Shot's no good. Battle for the rebound goes to VJ Edgecombe. Corner. Maxey. Triple. Finally gets one to go. He's missed, I think, his last 8 threes, something like that. Finally gets one to go. He ties this game up. What's up, fellas? Pretty good. Yeah, tie ball game here. As Tari Eason swings it around, goes back to Kevin Durant, guarded by Barlow. Barlow not starting tonight. 5 to shoot. Kevin Durant puts a shoulder into him and just rises up, shoots over him in that mid-range. Patented KD shot right there. Huh? Yeah, unfortunately, Kevin Durant, not much you can do there. $5 super chat. Reed says he'll do a beer bong. $20 super chat. He'll shotgun. Here's Embiid, guarded by the much smaller Okogie. He shoots right over him and knocks it down. Just turned and shot like a little kid. Looked like me shooting over my cousin. Or me shooting over Reed. Little boy. 2.5 to go in the first quarter. Tie ball game here. Good job of the Sixers to not the early lead get to their heads. Sengun inside. Great pass to the corner to Okogie. Knocks down the open three. 4-3 for the Rockets tonight. Sixers down by 3. Here's Max. He almost loses it. Finds Embiid. Guarded once again by Okogie. Let's see if he does the same thing. Just shoot over him. He'll back him down. Spin. Doubled. Back to Maxey. Pulls from deep. Can't get his second one to go, but a great offensive rebound by Barlow. Maxey drives in. Lays it up and in. Barlow, man. That's why you got to play him. He fights. He fights. Offensive rebounds. Christian Malley, I'm back. Had to restart my internet. No $5 super chat yet. $5 super chat. Reed will do a beer bong here on the show. Robbie, no way I'm trading Kelly. Can't trade Kelly. He's got a 1-minute timer before he's got to get out of here. He's not staying here all night, guys. Not staying here all night. How bad do you want it? We got 62 people hanging out right now. Yes, sir. Yeah. Better, much better than that. No doubt about it. Ryan Davis, who you got? Who you think I got? Come on now. I got Houston to win. Nah. You're watching Sixers now, Ryan. You're watching Sixers now. You're watching Sixers now. Sixers now live, baby. We're live. I guess it's not coming. Shame. I'll give you all a little beer cheers, though, because I'm thirsty. Look at these two legends, just 6:30, still hanging out. 76ers. Appreciate it. Thank you. Only have a good one if the Sixers win this game. All right, good job by the Sixers here to fight their way back into this game. Really could have gotten away from them early. It was looking pretty ugly early on. Uncle Kia says, go Rockets. We had a couple of Rockets fans in here. Where are my Sixers fans at, man? Where are my Sixers fans at? You know what? Show me that you're here by liking the video. 67 people watching, 21 likes. You want the Sixers to win? Hit that thumbs up, like the stream. We can't let the Rockets fans dominate the stream. Of course, you guys are welcome here. You're more than welcome. I love everybody being in here. You know, can have some good competition in the chat as well as on the court. But I need my Sixers fans to represent. Time in the Buckeye. David Jones, a legend around here as well. Let's go Sixers. Good evening, Chip. Good evening. Hope you're having a good one. Appreciate you back at it. Supporting once again, Uncle Kias. Tonight, 76ers. Up to 23 likes. Shout out to y'all. Uncle Kias, go Rockets. Boo. Time in the Buckeye. Like that video. It was 1 year ago, or 2 years ago today, that Joel Embiid scored 70 points against the San Antonio Spurs. Most points in Sixers franchise history. One of 10 players all time to score 70 or more. And the only player in NBA history with 70 points, 15 rebounds, and 5 assists in a game. And very shortly after that's when he went down. Has not been the same since. All right, Reed Sheppard into the game for the Rockets. He'll drive in and kick it to Washington. Or that's Dorian Finney-Smith, excuse me. Dorian Finney-Smith knocks down the 3. It's Eason, Dorian Finney-Smith, Reed Shepard, Clint Capella, and Amin Thompson. So a lot of the bench guys out there for Houston. On the Sixers end of things, Oubre drives in, kicks to Barlow. Barlow knocks down the 3. Not a great three-point shooter, but he was left wide open in the right corner, knocks it down. It's Barlow, Oubre, Maxey, Grimes, and Bona. So Grimes and Bona coming in for the first time here tonight. Thompson kicks it out. And a friendly bounce for Tari Eason, who has been shooting really well from 3 this year. Houston now 6 of 11 from outside. Orchard Man saying go Sixers. Let's go. Maxey, what a move on Dorian Finney-Smith, but he can't get the 3 to go. Barlow, though, offensive rebound, but he gets it stripped away. Now Maxey tips the pass down court to Thompson. Grimes slips. Thompson gets it back to Eason. Back to Thompson. Can't hit the layup, but he's fouled. Maxey's upset he couldn't hit that shot. He really shook the defender out of his shoes. Unable to get it to go. And then kind of a crazy sequence there, ending with Amin Thompson free throws. Maxey is now just 2 of 8 here tonight. I don't want to have to start having conversations about Maxey, but he's got to start picking it up. Kind of looks like a player who could use the All-Star break, but we're still a few weeks away from that. So that's what happens when you play so many minutes. Thompson knocks down the first free throw. An improved free throw shooter, although not the best, as he misses the second right there. There you go, jinxed him. Announcer jinx, working out well. Maxey, over to Barlow. Cross court to Oubre, sets him a screen. Now Oubre, corner to Bona, who hands it back off to Oubre. He'll shoot from the outside. Look at Kelly Oubre! Another 3 for KO9. Dude, Oubre up to 11 points. Already a couple threes. I took him on Prize Picks more than 11.5 points. He's already got 11. He has been phenomenal the past week. 5 seconds to shoot. Left in this first quarter. Here's Tari Eason. He'll put up a one-headed floater over Quentin Grimes. That's off, and that brings us to the end of this first quarter. Rockets 34, Sixers 32. We're headed to the second quarter. Type those 2s down in the chat. Still seeing some Rockets fans like Uncle Kias in there. Get him out of here. Get him out of here. All right. Just tweeting out, Maxey, I thought, really looks like a guy who needs the All-Star break right now. Just has not really looked right. Type those 2s down in the chat, headed to the second quarter. We can run through some numbers here as well. Run through some numbers, some first quarter numbers from this one. Obviously, Kelly Oubre is leading the way for your Sixers. All right. Yes, man. Kelly Oubre, 11 points, 2 assists, 1 rebound. Hit both of his shots from outside. You go back to the Phoenix game, and really the couple of games before that, even against Cleveland, he was starting to pick it up. Game against Indiana, he was really good as well. So good to see him starting to get his groove. He's been the Sixers' best offensive player these last 2 games and some change. So ideally, you'd have other guys picking up the slack a little bit. Orchardman, I like KD, to be honest. Hard not to. Embiid to start this one. 6 points, 2 rebounds, an assist, 3 of 6 from the field. It's funny enough, with the size advantage the Rockets have, they've kind of been guarding him with some smaller guys. Hasn't worked out when they've done that. They really don't want Sengun on him. I think they think Sengun's too slow and not quite strong enough to match up with him. There's been some Kevin Durant, a lot of Josh Okogie as well. Tyrese Maxey, of course, struggling in this one. 5 points, but 2 of 8 from the field and just 1 of 6 from 3. All right, we're back with some second quarter action. Reed Sheppard going to be called for a traveling violation, so that'll be Sixer ball. The young second-year guard out of Kentucky called for the violation there. It's Quentin Grimes, Paul George, Dominick Barlow, Joel Embiid, and VJ Edgecombe, the 5 4-year Sixers. Paul George drives in, dishes it off to Embiid. Pump fake, and he's fouled by Dorian Finney-Smith. He'll go to the line to shoot 2. Good pump fake there by Embiid. Embiid's first free throw is up and good for the big fella. Orchard Man, let's go. Let's go, baby. Again, as you come in here, if you're just tuning in, hit that thumbs up icon. Like the stream. Free, easy way to support the show. I really would appreciate it. Helps me continue to give you guys great free coverage like this. Embiid's second free throw also rattles home. We are back to a 34-34 ball game. Embiid now up to 8 points in the night. Here's Reed Sheppard guarded by Grimes. Finds Kevin Durant, who's working on Barlow. And Kevin Durant just goes to work. Hits the step back midi, and he's fouled by Barlow. That's the third or fourth three-point play. Kevin Durant actually had a 4-point play earlier in this game. He's now up to 9 points. And I respect Barlow doing the best he can against Kevin Durant. Just got too aggressive there on the step back, getting into the grill, of KD. Not much you can do against Kevin Durant. I said this before the game during our pregame show as he knocks down the free throw. Don't really have anybody to stop Kevin Durant. I don't think Paul George, can really do it at this point in his career. I like Barlow, but that's a tall ask for a player like Barlow to guard him. Paul George coming off the screen from Barlow. Trying to ISO on Amen Thompson. Now he backs it out. Gets a double screen from VJ and Embiid. Now working on Dorian Finney-Smith. Pretty good step back move. But they're going to say Paul George pushed off. I'll tell you what, I've seen moves just like that not get called. He might have slightly pushed off with the arm as he went for the little step back midi. But man, that did not look like enough to call for a foul. I thought DFS flopped. Either way, Rockets ball. Up 3. Kevin Durant. Size advantage on VJ Edgecombe. Give it to Capella. Capella absolutely bricks the little hook shot. Embiid taking it the other way. Finds a wide open Edgecombe. Right wing corner 3. Oh, right wing 3, I should say. Does not fall for VJ. But gets a steal on the other end. Guarding Kevin Durant. Now Paul George. Corner. Grimes. 3. Little bit strong from that corner. Rebound goes to Clint Capella. Grimes, another guy you would like to see start to get it going a little bit. He's been struggling as well. Thompson drives in, kicks out to the corner. Dorian Finney-Smith, his shot doesn't go. Rebound goes to Embiid. He'll push it up himself. Wants to go at Clint Capella. And a great pass inside to Barlow, who is being guarded by the much smaller Reed Sheppard. Good look from Embiid. Good finish there by Barlow. Whoever Reed Sheppard's guarding, go at that man. Sheppard on the other end. Floater over Embiid. Can't get it to go. Capella fighting for the rebound. Gets it over Joel, but misses. And Joel clears the rebound out to Edgecombe. Edgecombe over to Barlow. Barlow, reverse layup. Oh, in and out. Nearly had a nasty up and under around the other way, but just wouldn't fall. Here's Kevin Durant. Over to Sheppard. Over to Finney-Smith. He'll play the two-man game with Reed Sheppard, who pulls it back outside. Guarded by Grimes. He'll pull from deep. Bricks the shot. Long rebound goes to Capella. They're going to call a foul here. On Dominick Barlow. Fighting for the rebound there. Fouled Clint Capella. Man, he almost made that sweet up and under, but just was not able to get it to go. Foul will go on Barlow. 9:16 left to go in this second quarter. Here's Reed Sheppard. Finds Kevin Durant coming off the off-ball screen. Gets 2 feet in the paint. Pocket pass inside to Capella, who gets into it with Barlow. Barlow gets the steal. Rips it away from Capella. Now Grimes driving on Sheppard. Lost it. Kevin Durant saves it right back to Grimes. He's on the floor. You had the advantage here. Watford corner to Edgecombe, but Kevin Durant recovers. Sixers swinging around. Embiid's guarded by Sheppard. Double comes from Capella, but Embiid spins right around him. Capella too slow-footed to keep up with Embiid on the spin move. Embiid lays it up and in. Sixers back in front. First Sixers lead since it was 7-6 early in the first. Capella, handoff to Sheppard. Sheppard back out to Durant. He'll go to that mid-range fadeaway again over Barlow, and once again he gets it to go. Just automatic for Kevin Durant, man. He's going to eat all night if Barlow's the one guarding him. Sad thing is, I don't know if we have a better option. I don't think we do. A unique cover, man. Edgecombe hands it off to Embiid, who draws the foul on Amin Thompson. Amin reached in on the perimeter. Embiid just rose up from behind the three-point line. That should be 3 free throws coming for Embiid. A dumb foul by Thompson. Dumb foul by Amin Thompson. Great drop step by Embiid on the previous possession. Justin Lopez has almost scored 20 tonight with Embiid in the paint. He has 6 so far. He hasn't looked particularly aggressive yet here tonight, though. It's been a lot of Kevin Durant and some good ball movement for the Rockets. I've been impressed with their ball movement here tonight. Some of the shots just not falling as Embiid makes the first free throw. Nick Nurse running some tighter rotations here tonight. Guys like Embiid and Paul George are already playing more minutes than they would early on in this game. Seems Nick Nurse really, really placing an emphasis on winning this game. That push-up by Paul George was his 3rd foul. That's why he's now out of the game, as it's Barlow, Grimes, Edgecombe, Embiid, and Watford coming in for the first time, as Embiid makes a second free throw for the Rockets. Reed Sheppard, Clint Capella. Or Capella comes out now for Sengun. So it's Sheppard, Amin Thompson, KD, Jabari Smith Jr., and Sengun for the Rockets. Here's Thompson working on Edgecombe, gets inside, tries to shoot a little mid-range fadeaway, absolutely bricks off the front of the rim. Now here's Watford back the other way. A great pass to a cutting Grimes, slams it home, and he's fouled. And 1 for Quentin Grimes. I'm telling you, go after Reed Sheppard. He's too little. Sixers did that there. Grimes with the 3-point opportunity. And just a stupid foul by Sheppard after Grimes clearly beat him towards the basket. No need to do that. Grimes completes the 3-point play. It's a 5-point lead for your Sixers. Now Sheppard trying to respond with a deep 3, and he drills it. That was several feet behind the 3-point line. If there's anything he can do, it's that right there. I'll go right back at him, though. Here's Embiid, guarded by Jabari Smith. Clear size advantage for Embiid. He'll put his shoulder down. He'll drive in. He'll try to dump it off to Barlow in traffic, though, and it's a turnover. But Embiid should have just gone up with that one. Didn't need to pass it. Now on the other end, Kevin Durant gets it into Sengun. He's fouled, and another 3-point play this time for Houston. So, Rockets have had a pretty easy time cutting towards the basket. Way too many easy cuts to the basket for Houston. Luckily, another missed free throw from Sengun. I believe that's 3 missed free throws from him in this game now. The Rockets just 5 of 10 from the free throw line. Here is Watford, drives in, gets absolutely stuffed by Sengun. No awareness from Watford there. Thompson drives in, kicks it out to Durant, finds Jabari Smith open in the corner. No one even close to him, but he can't knock it down. Now Embiid the other way, passes to Edgecombe, flying in, lays it up with the left hand. Just went right over Tari Eason and Kevin Durant, who had no interest in jumping with Edgecombe. Gives the Sixers the lead right back. Now here's Sengun, barrels over Embiid, no call, kicks it out to Reed Shepherd. Unable to knock down the three, Embiid grabs another rebound, his 6th of the night. Watford, Barlow, able to corral it. Not a great pass, but good enough for Barlow to take it and lay it in. Sixers now up to a 4-point lead. 6 minutes to go in the second. Kevin Durant quickly back the other way. Nobody guarded him. Pulled up at the free throw line. I think something happened with Barlow. Got caught running back down the court and was unable to pick him up. It's way too easy for Kevin Durant. That is a layup. Now here's Embiid, guarded by Tari Eason. Double comes from Jabari Smith. He shoots over the double, air balls right into the hands, of Sengun. Reed Shepherd attacking, drives inside on Grimes. Can't get the layup to go. Gets his own rebound over to Tari Eason. His three-pointer is no good. Rebound tapped around by VJ Edgecombe right into the hands of Tari Eason. And he's going to be fouled as we're going to time out here. A decent hustle by the Sixers, but got to corral these rebounds, man. I'm curious. Houston already has 5 offensive rebounds, 18 total rebounds. Sixers, though, 18 total rebounds as well, 4 offensive rebounds. Rockets actually have no second chance points, so good stuff there. It's 12 points in the paint. The difference here, Rockets have 14 fast break points, 12 for the Sixers. Sixers with 24 points in the paint, the Rockets 12. Houston, though, has knocked down 7 of 17 threes. Sixers just 5 of 14. There's a 2-point lead for your Sixers. Let's go, baby. 68 people watching. Hit that thumbs up icon. Like the stream. I'll tell you what, as soon as we get to 30 likes, we are 6 away. I'll give you all a little chug. In the meantime, with a break in action in the second quarter, timeout on the floor, you're not missing a thing. I want to take this opportunity to once again tell you about our sponsor, and that is Prize Picks. Big shout out to Prize Picks for sponsoring today's Sixers versus Rockets watch party. And the big game is almost here, and there's no better way to cash in during America's biggest sporting event than Prize Picks, where it always feels good to be right. And since the big game is right around the corner, that also means it's your last chance to get into the football action before next season. So, close the season outright with Prize Picks by getting $50 instantly when you play your first $5. $50 instantly in lineups when you play your first $5. Prize Picks makes the sports watching experience so much more fun. You can really get more invested into the games and amped up into the games, especially, if it's maybe a game not of your team, a big game on a nationally televised basketball game on a certain night. You want to get involved, place down a Prize Pick. Super easy. All you do is pick more or less on 2 to 6 player stat projections, and you can win some big-time money. With the new social feeds feature, you can share Prize Picks with your friends and copy lineups from winners with a single click. Copy lineups you like or use them as inspiration for your own picks. You can even follow Prize Picks partners like us and tailor fit our picks with just one click. The picks I am rocking with here tonight: Kelly Oubre, more than 11.5 points so far here tonight. He is up to 11, so super close there. Kevin Durant, more than 24.5. Kevin Durant already has 14. VJ Edgecombe, more than 1.5 3-pointers made. He is 1 of 3 from outside. It's that simple to play, and we have a great deal as well for all you Sixers fans out there. Download the Prize Picks app today and use the code CLNS to get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. That's code CLNS to get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. Prize Picks, it's good to be right. Back in action here in the second quarter. 2-point lead for your Sixers as we reset here with 5.5 to play. Here is Sengun trying to post up Quentin Grimes, doing a good job standing his ground. One-legged fadeaway for Sengun, no good, but the rebound goes to Thompson, who kicks it out to Josh Okogie, and there's the Rockets' first second chance points of the game coming off the Thompson offensive rebound. 8th three of the game on 18 attempts for the Rockets. Tyrese Maxey back into the game with Grimes, Watford, Bona, and Oubre. Watford inside, floater over Sengun. He gets that to go. But is struggling as of late. Not really consistent playing time for Watford, but he gets his first bucket of the game here. Sixers clear advantage in the paint. 26 points in the paint, just 12 for Houston. But Houston's been living from behind the line. And Oubre knocking it away from Josh Okogie off Okogie's knee. Oubre does his patented Sixers ball, Selly. Another turnover for Houston, courtesy of Kelly Oubre. Logan, can't take these dog shit Rockets anymore. They're pissing me off. Well, let's get him out of this building then. Run him out of your building. Maxey loses it. Lost the handle. Thompson takes it, sprints up the floor, dunks it home. More fast break points for Houston off a Maxey turnover. Man, Maxey is just struggling. Might be in his head, might be a little bit tired. Whatever it is, he's not playing well. Here's Oubre in the corner. Working on Tari Eason. A few jab steps. Now drives inside. Little fadeaway jumper. Rattles in and out for Oubre. That one no good. Here's Sengun, some fancy moves. Good job by the Sixers to stay home, though. He resets to Okogie on the perimeter. Okogie drives on Watford. Blocked by Watford. And they're going to say it's Rockets ball. Thought I might have hit off Okogie on the tip after the block. Great defensive play there from Watford. There'll be 7 seconds left to shoot here for Houston. Under 4 to play in this first half. 1 point lead for the Rockets. As Thompson with 4 to shoot. Great hands by Bona. Knocks it away from Thompson. He was convinced it hit off of the Rockets point guard. But the refs will say that it stays with Houston. 3 seconds to shoot. No need to challenge this, I don't think, unless it's very obvious. That's a tough one. Looks like it might have been off Bona. And then with under a second left to shoot, Bona's going to foul Sengun. What a dumb foul there from Adem Bona. Rockets in the bonus. That'll send Sengun to the line, where he struggled from the free throw line here tonight. Sengun just went to face Bona up, and Bona just contacted him with the body. Sengun knocks down a free throw. Extends the Rockets' lead to 2. Eight points, 4 rebounds, 2 blocks tonight for Sengun. Had a couple nice blocks. That one against Paul George. Sengun misses the free throw, gets his own rebound. Gets it to Tari Eason, who makes the layup. You can never let a free throw shooter get their own rebound. Somebody has to box out the shooter. They teach you that in elementary school. Kelly Oubre, though, back the other way, responds quickly with a left-handed layup. He is now up to 13 points on the night. He's been the Sixers' offense. Here's Thompson. Gets right by Oubre. Slams it home. Thompson now starting to turn it on a little bit. With no real interior threat in there for the Sixers, Bona can block some shots, but not the biggest body down there. Now Bona gets downhill on Thompson. Bona putting the ball on the deck. He gets the basket. He'll draw a foul. Peter Thurman! Look who it is. The real one, the legend, hanging out in the chat. Member of our bell ringer club here on the show. Says, what's good? What's good, Peter? Been any games recently, man? I know you were at that game earlier in the year that we did. I forget which game that might have been. Maybe that was the Raptors game. But Peter, how you doing? We got Bucks Now in the chat. Just subbed. Good stuff. Thank you. You want more Sixers coverage all year long? Be sure to hit that sub button. Trying to reach 25,000 subscribers. We're making our way. Bona able to knock down free throw number 2. We're up to 24,679 subscribers. Oh, sorry, my fault. 684 subscribers now. 24,684. Thank you guys for that. Kevin Durant loses it. Thought he went back court. And they're going to call a foul on Oubre? Oubre does not like the call. The fans are booing at Xfinity Mobile Arena. Kevin Durant lost it. Went to the back court to get it, which he was allowed to do because Oubre knocked it away. And then Kevin Durant swung the ball around like this. Elbowed Kelly Oubre in the face. And what do? Call a foul on Kelly Oubre for getting elbowed in the face. How does that make sense? Oh, Peter, you were at the last game against the Suns. You probably didn't know because you were at the game, but we did a watch party for that game as well. Tough one. Had a lot of chances down the stretch to win that game. Phoenix was begging the Sixers to take that game and win it, and they just couldn't. So they're going to look at this call. See if this can get overturned here. Reed in the chat, my guy Reed hanging out. What's up? All right, commercial break. As I look at this foul call, Oubre on Kevin Durant. If you want the Sixers to win this game, currently down 3, got to show some love. Hit that thumbs up icon, like the stream. Show me where the Sixers fans are at, man. 65 people watching, 24 likes. Can we get to 30 likes? Just got one more right there. Appreciate that. Now to 26 likes. Appreciate y'all. Reed and Peter chopping it up. Look who it is. Mike Nintendo Master in the building. Good luck to the Sixers. Mike, thank you for making me number 1 on your rankings, brother. It's a monumental moment for me. I don't think I've been number 1 before. Shout out to you, Mike. Shout out to you. Cheers for everybody hanging out, watching the game. All right, let's see what they call here as we come back from the break. Again, the foul was called on Oubre, but Kevin Durant quite literally elbowed him in the face. So they're talking this over. This was not a challenge. The refs looked at this themselves for a potential flagrant foul, I believe. Yeah, looking at it for a hostile act. And the refs are explaining something to Kevin Durant. He doesn't look too happy about it. All right, so good work by the refs explaining this. So what happened here, Oubre did foul Kevin Durant. That foul will stand. He got him with the body before Kevin Durant swung his arm. So there is a foul on Oubre. But after the foul on Oubre, Kevin Durant kind of swung his arms around like this with the ball, hit Oubre in the face. They're going to call that a dead ball technical foul on Durant. So the Sixers will get to shoot 1 free throw for the Tech. They'll send Maxey to the free throw line, who knocks down the free throw. Certainly Maxey needed to see the ball go in the hoop at some point. He's got 6 points. So a tech on Kevin Durant, that's big. One more tech, he's out of the game. Well, I imagine he'll be pretty chill with it. So, technical foul called on Kevin Durant. Tyrese Maxey makes a technical free throw, but the foul did stand on Oubre, so Kevin Durant will go to the line. Saul, I got $50 on KD dropping 25 plus. Well, After he knocks down that first free throw, he's up to 15. You're looking pretty good there. Reed typing go Sixers. Uncle Kias, let's go Rockets. Where are my Sixers fans at, man? Kevin Durant, second free throw, good. He's up to 16 points. As the Rockets now up by 4, with under 3 to go in the second quarter. Want to end this quarter strong. Going into the halftime break. Very important to start and end quarters strong. Here's Embiid, guarded by Thompson. He'll overpower him, get inside. He is swarmed by about 3 different Rockets defenders, and he's going to be fouled by, I believe, Jabari Smith Jr., so Embiid will go to the line. I like how aggressive Embiid has been tonight. Sometimes I think he can kind of settle, even when he's guarded by smaller players, but in this game, Rockets have thrown a lot of bodies at him. A lot of them not quite big enough to handle Embiid. He's going right at him and got to the rim. Of course, no Steven Adams for the Rockets is a big deal. He'd probably be guarding Embiid quite a lot. Embiid's first free throw is good. It's Embiid, Maxey, Oubre, Edgecombe, and Barlow out there to end this first half. Jabari Smith, Sengun, Tari Eason, Amon Thompson, KD for the Rockets. Here is Embiid, unable to make the second free throw. He splits the pair as the lead stays at 3. 58-55 Houston. Here's Thompson. Cross-court pass to Durant, guarded by Edgecombe. Finds a cutting Jabari Smith, but a great steal from Tyrese Maxey. What a play by Maxey to get in the passing lane. Sixers now went the other way. Embiid to Maxey, hands it off back to Maxey. And Tyrese's floater is up and good. Is Tyrese getting going a little bit here to end this first half? That would be phenomenal for the Sixers. 1-point game. On the other end, 6 turnovers for the Rockets. Jabari Smith Jr., he'll pull over Embiid. Kelly Oubre fighting for the rebound with Sengun. Tried to tap it to Embiid, but the tap went too far, so the ball will stay with the Rockets here. Maxey up to 8 points, 3 and 9. 13 for Edgecombe, or 13 for Oubre. Embiid has 14 to lead the Sixers. Here's Sengun. He'll pull up over Embiid. Embiid really not respecting the jumper of Sengun, as it's no good there. Here's Maxey now working on Jabari Smith. He finds Oubre in the corner. Oubre, another 3 is good. Kelly Oubre making it rain. His 3rd triple of the night. He's up to 16 as the Sixers now take back the lead. Here's Kevin Durant in the right corner, guarded by Barlow. He'll attack, get to the mid-range. He's doubled. Nowhere to go. Ball's knocked away by Edgecombe. Taken by Barlow. Up ahead to Maxey. Slams it home over Jabari Smith. Let's go. Maxey with the left. Elevating over the much longer, much taller Jabari Smith. Does that get Maxey going? 8-0 run for the Sixers. Sengun spinning inside. Layup's good. What a move on Embiid. Under a minute to go in the first half. Pace is picking up here. Here's Embiid. He thought he was fouled, and he throws it away. But Barlow, okay, so Embiid tried to get it to Barlow. Barlow was fouled, actually, going after the pass, so that foul will be on Jabari Smith Jr. Maxey with the left. I got to tweet that play out so y'all can see it. That was nasty. Oh, Peter, don't get me started with that, man. Don't get me started with that. Wow. As soon as we can get that Maxey play, I'll tweet it out and put it in the chat for you guys. That was disgusting. What a dunk from Maxey. So it isn't Embiid at the line. Embiid actually was fouled on the pass. Sixers in the bonus, so that's why he's at the line right now as he knocks down the first free throw. Here comes the second for Embiid. Also good. Back up to a 4-point lead for Philadelphia. Back and forth we go. 16 points, 7 rebounds for Embiid. Here's Thompson. He drives in easily, is fouled in the play. On VJ Edgecombe, the foul goes. So Third on VJ, also 3 on Paul George. Free throws coming for Thompson. VJ's been quiet in the second quarter. I got to get this dunk up, man. Someone's got to have it. Here it is. All right. Thompson splits the free throws, so it's still a 3-point lead for Philadelphia. 30 seconds to play. 10-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. Maxey working on Durant. They'll pull it out, wasted a little more time. 10 to shoot, 22 on the game clock. Over to Embiid, spinning on Eason. 5 to shoot, gets in the paint. Fadeaway jumper. What a shot from Embiid, fading away on one leg. Got deep in the post. Pushes a lead to 5 for the Sixers. 14 seconds left to go in this first half. Rockets will take the last shot. Kevin Durant. Picked up by Trendon Watford. Stolen by Maxey. Maxey read the pass beautifully. And he'll take it the other way. An easy 2 for Maxey. And the Sixers lead by 7. Half-court heave for the Rockets. Nearly goes in. And that'll do it for our first half. Sixers up 7 after a late second quarter surge with some big-time plays by Tyrese Maxey on the defensive end, getting the Sixers back into this. Maxey has been tremendous, getting steals, getting blocks, making plays defensively this season. No different here tonight. I'm throwing this in the chat right now if you want to see the Tyrese Maxey dunk. I'm throwing my tweet in there. You can see it. If you give me a like and or a follow, I'll give you a shout out here on the show, and I'll follow you back on Twitter as well. There's some great defensive playmaking by Maxey to end the half, to get himself going. Maybe that pulls him out of the struggle. Certainly could use it. Great to see, though. Even your best player when he's struggling offensively, great to see him dig it in defensively, not letting it impact both sides of the floor. All right. Grade that first half from your Sixers, A, B, C, D, or F. I'm giving it a B+. I'm giving it a B+. Peter Thurman, get back to some of your chats in here. Estevan Flores, do you think Oubre get just 1 steal this game? I think he already has. Shout out to Peter Thurman interacting with my tweet. Let's go. Shout out to you, Peter, liking it, responding. Always a real one. Always responding to me on Twitter. Shout out to you for sure. So I thought Oubre already has a steal. He doesn't. He has a block. He'll get one. Estevan. He'll get one. Peter Thurman says, how about Janai Broome, Eric Gordon, and a second for Jay Huff? I would do that deal. I don't think the Sixers want to trade Broome already. I really have no interest in Broome being on this roster. And if that's what it takes to get Jay Huff, I would love to do that. I like Jay Huff. He could be a more consistent player than a Dembo and be a better presence on the interior. And he's actually been, Jay Huff has, the best shot blocker in the NBA this year in terms of total blocks. All right, grading that first half. I know Uncle Kias is a Rockets fan. Give it an A. Peter Thurman with a B. Esteban hopes so. He's the last leg for my 6-leg parlay. Well, I'm pulling for you, Esteban. I'm pulling for you. Tremendous end to that first half for the Sixers. We can take a look at some numbers. From that first half. So with that little spurt to end the half here. Tyrese Maxey's numbers don't look all that bad. Just 1 of 6 from 3. That shot still not falling. As we got a kids game going on in the court at halftime here of the Sixers game, and they are throwing up brick after brick after brick. They're all wearing the same shirts. I don't even know how you can tell who's on what team. They're all wearing the same red shirt. Oh, shots blocked. Uh-oh. But Maxey, 12 and 5. Again, made some defensive plays there to end the first half that got his offense going a little bit. We'll see if that can help him out as we head into the second half. Kelly Oubre, the way he's been playing these past few games has me really confident in what he can do for this team moving forward. 16 points. He's hit all 3 of his 3-point attempts. He's been really good defensively as well. Uncle Kish, y'all good, but we coming back. Go Rockets. Nah. Sixers got to hold on to this lead. Play a good third quarter. It was a problem against the Suns last night. Sixers started the third quarter very well, but ended it terribly. Peter Thurman says Brick City. Yeah, this game, this little game they're playing at halftime here with these kids. I'm trying to see what the shirt says. The Police Athletic League of Philadelphia. That's very cool. Hosting this game. It's 2-2 right now. Nobody can buy a bucket. Oh, there we go. Floater with the left hand. 4-2 ball game. Should I call the Police Athletic League of Philadelphia game at halftime? Oh, deep 3. Not a bad attempt there. Rebound. Thing is, I don't know any of their names. Oh, good defense. Nearly stolen. Oh, it is stolen. Going back the other way. Oh, my God. He almost dunked it home. He thought about dunking that ball. Robbie, PG stinks. He's not had much of an impact on this game here tonight. But love what I've seen from Oubre. Speaking of Paul George, we can get to him real quick. Yeah. I mean, the numbers speak for themselves. He's been in foul trouble, to be fair. So he hasn't really had much of a chance to make an impact. Wow. One of these kids just pulled from several feet outside the three-point line. Almost made it. Goes up with the left. Can't get it to go. Kid got the rebound and shot it behind the backboard. Unbelievable. Now one of these kids goes up with a through-the-legs layup. What are we doing? Am I watching the Harlem Globetrotters? Oh, my God. The ref's calling for some subs. But, yeah, Paul George has been in foul trouble. He has 3 fouls here tonight, so hasn't been able to get into a rhythm. Haven't seen a lot of, Paul George making an impact on this ball game, honestly, just watching this game. So, Estevan, I want to say your production on this is really good. I really appreciate it, Estevan. I think we had a good graphics package here. And, want to make everything look good, feel good, sound good as well. So, really do appreciate that. Look who it is, Lord Buddy Bear. A real one in the chat. Lord Buddy Bear, guess what? I am going to be producing the Rockets stream. Or, Rockets, God. The Raiders stream on Sunday for the NFC and AFC championship games. So, I'll see you there. Rockets suck? Yeah, man. F Houston. F Chugs. Sorry. Sorry, Chugs. But, gotta say it. Uncle Kias, Philly sucks. Is that why we're up 7, Uncle Kias? Is that why we're up 7? Peter Thurman, what value does PG have in a trade? Absolutely 0. And it's not that he's been playing bad this year. I thought, at times he's been pretty good, especially defensively. But with his age and the money he's making, there's almost no team that will want him in a trade. The only way you would be able to trade him is as these kids are diving on the floor. Don't get hurt out here now. Brick and a layup. God. But, what was I going to say? Any team that would take Paul George in a trade would be a rebuilding team who's willing to take on the salary in exchange for a draft pick. So you'd have to give up Paul George and draft picks just to get off the contract. So he really doesn't have any value. Lord Buddy, the Denver game, I would guess. I think we're doing both games. I think we're doing both. Should be a couple of good games, though. But yeah, Peter, not a whole lot of real value. Oh, my God, what a monster block. These kids are making some crazy defensive plays out here. The Police Athletic League of Philadelphia putting on a show. Fun little event here. For Joel Embiid, he's looked very, very good tonight, man. 18 points, 7 rebounds, 3 assists. The big thing with Embiid tonight, he's not settling. He's not settling. Only taking 1 3 here tonight. He's been getting to the line. He's been attacking. He's been getting to the free throw line, drawing fouls. The Rockets have put some smaller players on him at times, but he has not allowed that, or he's not deferred. Sometimes Embiid can get a little bit, passive in terms of taking too many perimeter shots. Not tonight. He's gone right to the bucket. Robbie, Jay Huff or Jock Landale? Definitely Jay Huff. Definitely Jay Huff. I think a more dynamic player, a better defender, better three-point shooter. Just a better player. Just a better player. So definitely Jay Huff for me. Landale will be a good secondary option, though. Landale's not nearly the rim protector that Jay Huff is, which is what I think. Rebounding, rim protecting, Huff is a little bit better. Landale maybe a little bit of a better passer, but maybe the three-point shooting's a wash, but not really a big deal with either of those guys. All right, we can take a look at some team numbers here, though. Let's take a look at Houston. I mentioned guarding Kevin Durant was definitely going to be an issue, and it certainly has here tonight. 16 points, 5 of 7 from the field. Kevin Durant has been very, very efficient. Does have 5 turnovers, though. Sixers have done a good job of swarming him when he's gotten the ball. He's pretty much either made a bucket or turned it over so far in this game, which honestly may be all you can ask for when you're guarding a player like Kevin Durant. Peter Thurman, Huff, hands down. I agree. Amen Thompson, only taking 5 shots, 11 points, 5 assists. He's kind of been able to get to the bucket with ease when he's wanted to, but I feel like hasn't quite done that enough. If I was a Rockets fan, I'd be wanting Amen Thompson to be more aggressive in this matchup. Just hasn't quite been that up to this point. Outside of that, not a whole lot of scoring output to speak of for the Rockets. Sengun, of course, 10 points, 5 rebounds, 4 assists, and 2 blocks. So I think he's been pretty good as well. He's impressed me defensively a little bit. All right. Halftime here. Up to 31 legs. I said when we get to 30 legs, I'd give you all a beer cheer, so thank you. Next goal's 40. Next goal's 40. Okay. Oh, there it is. $20 super chat. My dad chiming in, supporting the program. Gotta love to see that. Our second super chat of the night. Get that up here. First one came in earlier from Christian. Christian sent one in Tuesday, sent another one in here today. So became a bell ringer. Keep it going. Pick up the defense. Win the game. That's what they got to do. And that's what they did towards the end of the half, was pick up their defensive intensity, and it worked. So absolutely spot on. Shout out to my dad. And I'll give a beer cheers for the 20. Got to come out strong in this third quarter. Got to play a full 48 minutes against teams like the Rockets. There cannot be any let up. Shout out to all the real ones as well who have hit that sub button night. We've picked up a decent amount of subscribers here. Let's see. If you're a new subscriber, if you're here for the first time, type me in the chat right now. Want to give you a shout out. We started the stream at 24,674 subs. So you picked up about 13 subs here tonight. Thank you. Lord Buddy Bear, what's a bell ringer? Well, you already are one. Funny enough, Lord Buddy Bear. But anybody who sends in for now, and the price might go up to get into the bell ringers club, but because we're just starting the watch parties up again, want to keep it a little bit more low key for now, but the price might go up. Anyone who sends in $10 or more becomes a bell ringer. It's like the MVP club here. And if we get more success and keep doing some more watch parties, might get some kind of, I've been kind of brainstorming some ideas, but maybe like an actual bell, like a Liberty Bell type thing, and put stickers on it for the MVP club. You're already on there, Lord Buddy Bear, from earlier in the season. I think you were here for our opening night watch party against Boston. But yeah, an exclusive club, and who knows, if it does get big enough and we get some postseason watch parties, maybe we will give away an item of some kind. Peter Thurman, Lord Buddy Bear, and Christian. I'll have to add Christian onto here moving forward as well. Let me write that down just so I don't forget Christian. Again, $10 super chat or more, you join the club. And just for some context, Lord Buddy Bear, the Sixers before every game, every home game, have somebody ring the Liberty Bell at half court before every home game. So that's kind of where that comes from. Peter Thurman, like this, John, and join the family. Hey, what Peter Thurman says, man. Join the family. Be a real one. I promise you, you won't regret it. I'm in so many Hall of Fame clubs, I kind of lost track. You might be in every one at this point, man. You might be in every one at this point. Naheem Irwin, Tyrese Maxey should be in the MVP conversation. He should be. And I feel like he hasn't been taken seriously in that MVP conversation this year. I mean, if Jaylen Brown's going to be in the MVP conversation, which he absolutely does deserve to be in, why isn't Maxey right there with him? I get Jaylen Brown's team is a little bit better record-wise, but Maxey's putting up better numbers, I would say. Once again, tonight's the 2-year anniversary of Joel Embiid's 70-point game against Victor Wembanyama and the Spurs. He's off to a good start here. As we are back, second half action. As Sengun gets poked in the eye by Kelly Oubre on the perimeter. Christian, let me put this down real quick. That's a third foul, unfortunately, on Kelly Oubre. So Paul George, VJ Edgecombe, and Kelly Oubre all getting into a little bit of foul trouble here. Something to worry about potentially as we move forward in this one. Paul George guarding Kevin Durant. Gets a screen from Sengun. Paul George just completely got destroyed by that screen. Went under and didn't even try to get over it. So Kevin Durant promptly knocks down the three. Need better effort there out of Paul George. Here's Maxey off the handoff from Embiid. He takes a step back mid-range jumper. And Maxey gets his first shot of the second half to go. That's a good sign for him moving forward. Now here's Sengun working on Embiid. Gets inside. Good contest by Joel. Can't get the layup to go. Embiid knocks out the rebound. Maxey pulls up for three. A little bit strong. Embiid fighting for the rebound. Can't get it. It goes to Sengun. Down the floor. His layup, though, is no good. Rebounded by Josh Okogie. Lost his footing, but kicks it outside to Kevin Durant, who knocks down his second three already of this third quarter. Offensive rebounds. Kevin Durant's up to a game-high 22 points. Embiid and Maxey running some two-man game. Now Maxey will reset. He'll get a double screen from Edgecombe and Oubre. 4 to shoot. And it's a bad pass from Edgecombe to Embiid. Hit him in the foot. It's a turnover. Rockets easily the other way with a layup from Amen Thompson. 2 more fast break points there for Houston. Sloppy offense by Philadelphia on that last possession. As the Rockets turning up the defensive intensity. Maxey gets the high screen from Embiid. Kicks it to Paul George. Left corner. His three-pointer. It was online, but a little bit strong. Now the Rockets have a chance to take the lead on this possession. Here's Kevin Durant. Comes off a screen, attacks Embiid. Embiid gets a hand on his pass. And it goes ahead to Oubre, to Maxey, to Paul George, back to Maxey. He'll reset, corner three's good! And Maxey knocking down the triple. Good back and forth there. Give and go from Paul George and Tyrese Maxey. As Maxey knocks down the right corner three. Thompson drives in, kicks out. Jabari Smith open top of the key. Three's no good. Oubre tried to get the rebound. Didn't have to. Could have just let it go out of bounds, but tapped it with his hands, and it rolls out of bounds. So Houston got lucky there. They'll keep the ball here. Rockets get it in. Here's Durant. Gets inside on Paul George. Little mid-range jumper, though. Not good this time for Kevin Durant. Now Maxey tries to go quickly back the other way. Spin jumper's blocked. Ball stays with the Sixers. Paul George over to Edgecombe. Download to Embiid one-on-one against Sengun. Sengun flops, and Embiid finishes right over him. Kind of gives him a look back at him. Embiid and Sengun. And is Embiid going to get called for a tech? Oh, Sengun's going to get called for the tech. Get off the floor, Sengun. Stop being a little baby. So Sengun absolutely flops on the move from Joel Embiid. Embiid gives him a little stare down and a look back at him. And then Sengun says something to the ref. He's being a little baby. I want to call him something else, but I don't know if I should on air. Grow up, Sengun. Timeout on the floor. Are Rockets challenging this? Well, they'll take a break here. We'll see what they're looking at. What a soft play by Sengun. Type F Sengun in the chat. Sorry, Chugs, but he's soft. Okay, it was actually Rockets head coach Ime Udoka who got the tech. Thought there should have been an offensive foul called on Embiid. Maybe your player should play defense and not flop. All right, we have a second here in the third quarter. I'll take a minute to tell you about our sponsor here today. That, of course, is Prize Picks. Big shout out to Prize Picks for making today's Sixers Rockets watch party possible. The big game is almost here, and there's no better way to cash in during America's biggest sporting event than Prize Picks, where it always feels good to be right. And since the big game is right on the corner, that also means it's your last chance to get into the football action before next season. So close the season out right with Prize Picks by getting $50 instantly in lineups when you play your first $5. Prize Picks makes watching sporting events so much better, really elevates the experience. It really gets you even more invested in any game you're watching, and it's super simple. All you got to do is pick more or less on 2 to 6 player stats. With the new social feeds feature, you can share Prize Picks with your friends and copy lineups from winners with a single click. Copy lineups you like or use them as inspiration for your own picks. You can even follow Prize Picks partners like us and tailor fade our picks with one click. Here are the picks that I made for tonight's game. Kelly Oubre, more than 11.5 points. Right now, Oubre is up to 16, so check that off. Kevin Durant, more than 24.5. He's got 22, well on his way. VJ Edgecombe, more than 1.5 threes. He's still sitting at 1-3. Down the Prize Picks app today, use code CLNS to get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. That's code CLNS to get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. Prize Picks, it's going to be right. That link in the chat right now. So Joel Embiid's going to shoot the technical free throw. Tech called on Rockets head coach Ime Udoka. And Embiid makes him pay for it. Knocks down the free throw. Embiid now up to 20 points on the night. Yeah, Embiid and Sengun have kind of been going at it here in this game. Nothing too crazy. Just, little tough love here and there. All right, after the made tech, Rockets with the ball. Sengun now with 5 to shoot, gets doubled. Interior pass to Jabari Smith, who gets fouled. Nearly gets a shot to go, unable to. If that's on Edgecombe, that's his 4th. And it is. 4th foul on VJ Edgecombe. Sixers have had some trouble again dealing with all the size from Houston, leading to a lot of fouls on the interior. He's not a baby Uncle Kias. He's been crying, man. Lord Buddy Bear. I love this. A while back, Mitch and Chugs were playing beer pong. Neither could make a shot. It was like the Rockets were playing the Rockets. I love it. Free throws good for Jabari Smith. Auburn product. Rockets suck. Here's Jabari Smith's second free throw. Is good. Lead is 5 for the Sixers. Rockets are just 11 of 18 from the line. Not very good. Here's Embiid. Hand off to Maxey. Finds Oubre in the corner. Pump fake. Gets a Kogi jumping. He'll go up with the left. What a shot from Oubre. Tough layup there with the left hand. Was contested well by a Kogi, but got the 2 to go. Oubre now up to 18. Here's Sengun, guarded by Oubre. He'll drive in. Stripped by Joel Embiid. Oh, they're going to call a foul? No, they're going to call us on Oubre, not on Embiid. But they do call it on Embiid. Oh, he got on ball! He got on ball! Challenge that. Challenge that. Challenge it. Yeah, Nurse is going to challenge this. Nurse is going to challenge this. Once again, Sengun absolutely owned by Embiid. Embiid got all ball. This will get overturned. No doubt about it. No doubt about it. Sengun went in for the layup. Embiid jumped a little bit early, but came down with the hand right on the ball. That should be an easy one here. That should be an easy one. We got 90 people watching, 36 likes. As soon as we get to 40 likes, I will finish off this Miller Lite that I got. We're 4 likes away. Go ahead, hit that thumbs up icon. If you're a Sixers fan, you want the Sixers to win this game, hit the like button. It's a free way to help us out. Free way to help us out. If you're enjoying the free coverage, really would appreciate it. As I got a fan trying to hit jumpers over a dummy defender right now, and he is just throwing up bricks. He's got 13 seconds left to make a shot. Oh, he made it. Okay. It's a little swag bag from the Sixers. All right. 36 likes, 4 away. 4 away from our next goal. 4 away from our next goal. Here's the announcement. All right, so Sixers win the challenge. Refs say that Embiid got the ball cleanly on the swipe down. It'll be a jump ball at half court because nobody had possession of the ball after the foul was called. So take the foul away from Embiid in a successful challenge for Nick Nurse. As it should have been. As it should have been. Very clear and obvious that Embiid made contact with all ball. There we go. So we're going to jump ball at half court. The Sixers leading by 7 here. with 7:54 remaining in the third quarter. 3 likes away from 40. Hit that thumbs up. Like the stream. So, fouls taken away there from Embiid. 21-9 for Embiid tonight, 18 for Oubre, 17 for Maxey. Leading the way for the Sixers. Unfortunately, the Rockets do win the tip, so they will keep possession of the ball, but no foul for Embiid, no free throws for Sengun. Embiid now gets switched out onto Kevin Durant. Not a great matchup, though. Double team with Maxey. Rockets swinging around. Ball finds its way back to Kevin Durant at the top of the key for a wide open three. Sixers in scramble drill there, trying to recover after the double team. Did their best to force a few passes, but ends up in the hands of Kevin Durant, who knocks down the top of the key three. Dominick Barlow back in the game. Screen for Maxey. Maxey gets bumped. Floater's good. No foul call there, but Maxey knocks down the floater. He's now made a few shots in a row. Very encouraging signs here for Maxey, who's now up to 19 on 8 of 16 shooting. Just like that. Looks like a good stat line for Maxey. Maxey nearly steals it from Sengun. Retains it over to Jabari Walker. Over to Kevin Durant. Shot was blocked by Maxey. Goes to Thompson. Mid-range shot over Embiid. No good. Rebound taken by Joel. He'll push it the other way. Sixers don't have numbers, though. And an awful pass by Embiid. Stolen by Thompson, knocked away by George, but off of Paul George. Embiid was just pushing it too fast and threw a pass from the right corner to the top of the key. Just not a smart decision at all there. So Sixers can't take advantage of that possession. Here's Thompson. Finds Jabari Smith Jr. open in the corner. No good, but Thompson skies for the offensive rebound over Oubre. Now Sengun posting up Embiid. They'll go one-on-one with 5 seconds to shoot. Embiid playing great stand-up defense. Yeah, he fouled him. Embiid fouled him. Embiid reached in. That'll be his first. Don't think he needed to do that. He reached to try to get a steal, but I thought he was playing pretty good defense either way. The Puff Lord, Maxey, has the worst whistle in the league. Yeah, it's unbelievable that even the season he's having, Maxey still gets no calls. It's unbelievable. I've kind of just stopped complaining about it because I've given up hope that he's going to start getting a good whistle. Here's Durant posting up with Barlow. Double comes from Oubre. Now he backs off. He'll re-attack on Barlow. Pretty decent defense. Oh, Embiid went down hard on the rebound. It gets right back up, though. Gets right back up. Going to be a foul there on Thompson, fouling Joel Embiid on the rebound. Embiid took a hard fall. Good to see him get back up there. Great rebound by Joel. All right, Embiid now on the other end will post up on Jabari Smith. Double comes. Ball gets swung around. Knocked out of bounds by Kevin Durant on the pass from Maxey to Oubre. So Sixers will keep possession. With 11 seconds to shoot, Tari Eason enters the game for the Rockets, taking out Thompson. It's still Maxey, Oubre, Embiid, George, and Barlow for Philadelphia. Starting lineup minus Edgecombe. Now here's Maxey. A great pass to Barlow with a great feed to Oubre. Slams it home. Some great passing by the Sixers. Oubre thought he was fouled. Regardless, a big-time slam there for the Sixers, who now lead by 8. Oubre steals it away from Sengun. Tries to save it just barely. His body went out of bounds as he dove for the loose ball. But great effort from your Sixers. Brayton Bradley, or Tony Bradley. Really liking how Embiid's playing recently. Yes, Embiid, really since the month of January started, has been playing some fantastic basketball. Moving around pretty well, too. Sengun off the bounce pass from Durant. Going to put up a floater, and he'll be fouled. That'll be Dominick Barlow there with his third foul. So Kelly Oubre, Paul George, Dominick Barlow all have 3 fouls. VJ Edgecombe on the bench right now has 4. So Definitely don't want to see those continue to pile up towards the end of this game. First free throw is good for Sengun. He's now up to 10, or make that 11 points. His first points of the half. Kevin Durant already up to 25 for the Sixers. Embiid, Oubre, and Maxey with 21, 20, and 19 respectively. Number I love to see here, 11 rebounds for Embiid. Sengun short on the free throw, gets his own rebound again and dunks it with the right hand. That is the second time that nobody's boxed out Sengun on the free throw. What did I say earlier? They teach you that in elementary school, to box out the damn shooter. I was about to give the Sixers credit for their rebounding too, and then that happened. 5-point game. Embiid one-on-one with Sengun. Double comes from Tari Eason. Back to Maxey, who feeds it right back to Embiid. Ball's knocked away, though, on the entry pass by Alperen Sengun. Rockets now back the other way. Sixers do get back on defense. Sengun gets it to Durant, guarded by Barlow. Screen comes, pocket pass into Sengun, who has a great look inside. Somebody did not stay with Jabari Smith on the interior. He slams it home, now down to a 3-point game. Got to end this third quarter strong. Cannot have a repeat of Tuesday against the Suns. Here's Embiid, guarded by Tari Eason. He'll put a couple dribbles on. Soft double will come. Embiid, though, draws the foul on Eason. He'll go to the line to shoot two. That patented Embiid rip-through move and pull up with a midi. He gets fouled. And yeah, Barlow has to box out Sengun on that free throw. 97 people watching, 39 likes, 1 like away from reaching our next goal of 40. If you're enjoying the coverage, I would appreciate it. And hey, why not? I'll finish my Miller Lite when we get there. Embiid at the line. First free throw is up and good. Quentin Grimes entering the game for Paul George. We haven't seen Reed Sheppard in the second half for the Rockets. It's Sengun, Durant, Okogie, Eason, and Thompson. I think the Rockets realize the defensive limitations of Reed Sheppard. Embiid's second free throw is good. Estevan, the steal didn't count for Oubre. Yeah, unfortunately, he went out of bounds right away. So, couldn't get you your steal. Still plenty of game time left. 5-point lead as we get to 42 likes. Thank you for the real ones. Estevan says, everyone watching, give this man a like. He's a real one. I appreciate it. Layup's no good for Thompson. Embiid with the rebound. Outlet pass to Oubre. Euro step on Durant. That'll be a foul on KD. He doesn't like the call. Aggressive move from Oubre, though, with the Euro. Patented, with a lay. Gets fouled by Kevin Durant. Thank you all for the likes. Really, really do appreciate it. Kevin Durant might have a point. I'm not sure if that was a foul or not, but Oubre will go to the line, make the first free throw. Cheers to everybody. Miller Lite down the drain. As Oubre misses free throw number 2. So remains a 6-point lead for the Sixers. Oubre knocking the pass out of bounds, intended for Kevin Durant. Oubre's been so close to a few steals, Estevan. Why does KD look shocked? KD looks rattled. Having some miscommunication with his Rockets teammate these past couple possessions. Robbie, Oubre is now the third option. He certainly has been this game. Sengun posting up Kelly Oubre. Oubre knocks it away. Out of bounds once again off Kelly. Some great defense from Kelly Oubre. Active hands. Sixers really missed him, man. Rockets will have 6 to shoot. They get it in to Sengun. Oubre knocks it away again. Man, that is 3 deflections on this possession alone for Kelly Oubre. Now 5 to shoot for Houston. They'll pass it in to Sengun, guarded by Oubre. Good defense by Oubre. He gets the rebound off the Sengun miss. Here's Grimes out to Oubre. Oubre for 3. Can't get it to go. But great fight from Embiid to tip the offensive rebound out to Barlow. Grimes resets to Maxey. Now Embiid will face up on Sengun at the elbow. Step back, mid-range jumper. Off the right side of the rim, Kevin Durant grabs the board. Nearly turns it over. Eason almost lost it as well. Got it back to Sengun, who resets to Kevin Durant with 10 to shoot. He drives it on Barlow. Cross-court pass. Tari Eason, left wing three. Not able to knock it down. Maxey, pass ahead to Oubre. Oubre open three. Good again! Kelly Oubre! Another triple. Sixers lead by 9. Timeout, Houston. Kelly Oubre, 24 points and counting. Back-to-back huge games for number 9. Blowing the kiss to the crowd. Type those KOs, type those number 9s in the chat. Peter Thurman, we cannot trade Kelly. Way too valuable. No, sir. If Daryl Morey trades Kelly Oubre for scraps to get under the luxury tax, I will be calling for his head on every show after. It cannot happen. It can't happen. You cannot afford to give up Kelly Oubre. He's too valuable to this team. Look at what he's done here tonight. 24 points, 2 assists, 2 rebounds. Making plays defensively. He must have like 5 deflections in this game. 4 of 5 from 3, 9 of 12 overall from the field. And this is his second straight game like this. Was great against Phoenix as well. And was really loading up before that. The doc, Dr. J, Julius Irving is in the building. Showing him on the broadcast right now. Kelly Oubre, man. Might be the best Kelly Oubre has played as a Sixer this season as a whole. I mean, it's been a great year for him. Such a shame he missed almost 2 months with injury. All right, Grimes guarding Ahmed Thompson. He gets hounded, finds Reed Sheppard, who's entered the game. Reed Sheppard drives in. Little free throw line jumper is good for Reed Sheppard. So he's back on the floor for the Rockets along with Eason, Dorian Finney-Smith, Ahmed Thompson, Clint Capella. No Kevin Durant for the Rockets. Got to win these minutes at the end of the third quarter. Instead, Maxey, bad pass, turns it over. Ahmed Thompson drives in. Layup is good for Ahmed Thompson. All of a sudden, the Sixers lead is down to 5. It's Maxey, Oubre, Barlow, Grimes, and Bona closing out the quarter. Seems like whenever Bona's on the floor, the Sixers just lose those minutes. Whether it's his fault or not, it is what it is. Maxey, fadeaway jumper, around and off the rim. Capella with the rebound, up ahead to Sheppard. Under 2 to go. Do not have another end of the third quarter disaster. Dorian Finney-Smith attacks to close out of Barlow. Nowhere to go. Hands it off to Eason. Eason, his shot. Short, rebounded by Bona, but Bona fell out of bounds trying to grab the rebound, saved it back to Eason, who's able to finish and the foul. 3-point play coming for Eason. I'm so sick of Adem Bona, man. I'm so sick of him. I'm sorry. He had a really promising rookie year. You're not a rookie anymore. Sophomore year is when a lot of NBA players take that jump. He just doesn't have the feel for the game. All he does is block shots. Oubre is going to take a seat. Paul George will enter the game for him. As Tari Eason will go to the line and look to complete the 3-point play. A guy who I've said before would be a great option for the Sixers. As soon as I say that, he misses the free throw. So there we go. Little announcer jinx once again. 88-85 Sixers. Grimes finds a wide open Barlow in the corner. Shot's no good. Bona thought he was fouled on the rebound attempt. Ball's going the other way. Grimes Going to foul Clint Capella, who got open on the interior. Not a bad foul there by Grimes. Clint Capella, not a good free throw shooter, so it'll be Capella at the line to shoot 2. Pretty quiet, great game for Grimes as well. I just feel like he hasn't been able to get himself involved in some of these games as of late, like he was earlier in the year. Sixers need that, man. All of a sudden, the Sixers went from having too many guards to not enough guards, because McCain is almost unplayable and Grimes hasn't been playing well. Capella misses the first free throw. The fans are on their feet. If he misses this, it's free Chick-fil-A. Make some noise in the chat. Give us free chicken, Capella. Give us free chicken. Free throws up. It's no good. Free chicken, but the Rockets get the offensive rebound. So the fans are cheering because they get their free chicken, but the Rockets get the offensive rebound. Luckily, they can't finish the second chance attempt. Sixers run the other way. Maxey finds an open Paul George. Corner 3 is no good. Paul George has also not had a very active game. 30 seconds to play in the third quarter. Sixers holding on to a 3-point lead. Look at Peter Thurman spamming those KOs, spamming those 9s. Shout out Peter. Thompson gets into the paint, kicks it out to Dorian Finney-Smith, who ties this game up. Dorian Finney-Smith, an offseason addition for the Rockets. He has been, when he's not injured, he's been good. Tie ball game, 10 seconds to shoot. Maxey gets doubled. Finds Grimes. 4 to shoot. 3 to shoot. Passes it out. Paul George, 1 to shoot. He dribbles in, puts up a mid-range jumper, gets it to go. Paul George beats the buzzer, gives the Sixers a 2-point lead heading into the fourth quarter. 3 quarters down. 12 minutes left to play here. PG. Just 4 points tonight, but a big shot there to give the Sixers the lead heading into the fourth quarter. All right, we got 118 people watching. Y'all know what to do. We're headed to the fourth. Type those 4s. Type those 4s in the chat. If you're just tuning in, my name is Jake Chipper, host here of 76ers Now. We do watch parties, but also much more content throughout the week. Shows on Sixers news, rumors, analysis, trade rumors, a whole lot more, game recaps, all that. So appreciate you all being here. Hit that sub button. Let's get hyped for the fourth quarter of this game, baby. Lifelong Sixers fan. Raised in the Philadelphia area. Puff Lord typing those 4s. My parents in the chat typing those 4s. It's fourth quarter time. Y'all know what to do. Robbie, Paul George is worse than Tobias. I think Paul George, for the most part, has had a pretty decent season. Not worth the contract, obviously. You got to look past the contract at this point. It already is what it is. I think for the most part, he's been pretty good defensively. But tonight, he has not made much of an impact. Outside of that shot, he just hit. Peter Thurman typing those 4s. It's the fourth quarter, so resetting the poll question. Go vote in the poll. Fourth quarter time. Who you got, Rockets or Sixers? Let me know. Look at Peter Thurman spamming those 4s like a real one. Spam those 4s just like Peter. Another close game for the Sixers. Tony Bradley typing those 4s. So if you're just joining us for this fourth quarter, story of the game so far for the Sixers, Kelly Oubre has been phenomenal all night. Very reminiscent of his game against Phoenix on Tuesday. Up to 24 points on 9 of 12 shooting and 4 of 5 from 3. Embiid has been really good all night. 23, 12, and 4. Getting to the free throw line, not settling. And Tyrese Maxey finally starting to turn up a little bit after a rough start. He's up to 19 and 7. Here we go. Fourth quarter, Sixers start with the ball. Embiid will post up Dorian Finney-Smith. He'll fade away. He'll hit the jumper. Patented Embiid jump shot right there. Makes the Sixers lead 4. He's got that look in his eye right now, man. Embiid up to 25. Tied for the game high with Kevin Durant. Here are the Rockets now. Back the other way. Reed Sheppard with a crafty layup. I can't believe he got that shot up to the rim. It does rim out, unfortunately for him. Fortunately for the Sixers. Watford back the other way. Finds Embiid. Takes a three. No good. Second three of the night. Unable to go for Embiid. It's Paul George, Watford, Edgecombe, Grimes, and Embiid on the floor for the Sixers. It's Thompson, Finney-Smith, Sheppard, Capella, and Durant for the Rockets. Sheppard no good on his three-point attempt. Rebound corralled by the Sixers. Paul George pass inside to Watford. Great identification by Paul George to find Watford, who was posting up the smaller Reed Sheppard, who gets the layup to go. I said it the whole game. When Reed Sheppard is in, find who he's guarding, go after him. It's a 6-point lead now for the Sixers. Ball nearly knocked away by Paul George. Kevin Durant working on PG. Unbelievable two-handed floater there from Kevin Durant to bring it back to a 4-point game. What a tough shot from KD. Now here's Paul George. Wants the ISO on Clint Capella. Step back midi, gets doubled, passes out. Watford over to Edgecombe for three, no good. Embiid fights for the offensive rebound, but is taken in by Capella. Thompson. Corner pass to Reed Sheppard. No hesitation. Hits the three, and he's fouled by Quentin Grimes. A 4-point play opportunity coming for the young Reed Sheppard. Just too close of a closeout there from Grimes. And a really quick trigger there from Sheppard, as Grimes very obviously got him on the arm. Yeah, clear foul. Supreme Vader typing those fours. GON saying, let's go Sixers. Estevan typing those fours. Uncle Kia's typing those fours. Shout out to all the recent commenters here. Luckily, Sheppard can't hit the free throw, so it stays a 1-point lead for the Sixers. 116 people watching. Appreciate everybody who's hanging out here. And Beach trying to get the ball, posting up on Dorian Finney-Smith, fighting for position, and Finney-Smith wraps him up around the arm. That'll be a foul on DFS. So good job by Embiid to draw the foul there. That'll be number 2 on Dorian Finney-Smith. Just way too aggressive there from the smaller Dorian Finney-Smith on Embiid. And we got a foul on Reed Sheppard now on the inbound. Broadcast missed that play. Second time they've missed a player tonight, but Sixers will inbound it again. Here's Watford with 10 to shoot, has it up top, finds Embiid. Immediately double teamed by Capella, who now backs off. Now Thompson comes with a double. Post hooks no good for Embiid, fighting for the offensive rebound, but Capella once again able to come away with that one. Rockets want to run. Thompson lobs it up to Capella, who got behind Embiid. And now the Rockets back up by 1. Back and forth we go. Eden, I need Rockets by 6. I do not want to see that. All right, here's Edgecombe. Working on Thompson. Not a whole lot going here. He'll give it to Paul George, who now gives it back to VJ, who got open. Top of the key 3. Unfortunately, couldn't get it to go, but Watford fighting for the offensive rebound. Nearly had it, but lost it. Nearly had it, but lost it. 132 people watching. Let me know who you're rooting for, Sixers or Rockets. Obviously, here on 76ers now, we're pulling for the Sixers. Here's Kevin Durant, guarded by VJ Edgecombe. Huge size difference here. But great defense by VJ. Kevin Durant gets it back from Sheppard with 4 to shoot. Double comes. Jump pass from Thompson to Dorian Finney-Smith. 3's no good. Rebounded by Quentin Grimes. Sheppard running him down. Grimes gives it to Watford. Hands it off to Embiid. Can't hit the free throw line jumper. That was a good look there for Embiid. He was unable to knock it down. Now here's Sheppard. What a shot from Reed Sheppard. Comes off the screen and just laces a triple. An 8-0 Rockets run to put Houston up by 4. Sixers will call a timeout. Actually a 10-0 run here over the last 2.5 for Houston. Yeah, Kevin Durant set that screen for Shepherd. Edgecombe didn't get hit or couldn't get through it. Some confusion between Quentin Grimes and Embiid. And Edgecombe knocked it down. Timeout by the Sixers. Looking to get this thing back on track here in the fourth quarter. Let me know who you got in the chat right now. PHI for the Sixers, HOU for the Houston Rockets. While you do that, I'm going to take a second to tell you about our sponsor here at the Sixers Rockets Watch Party here on 76ers Now, and that is Prize Picks. The big game is almost here, and there's no better way to cash in during America's biggest sporting event than Prize Picks, where it always feels good to be right. And since the big game is right around the corner, that also means it's your last chance to get into the football action for next season. So far away. So close the season out right with Prize Picks by getting $50 instantly in lineups when you play your first $5. If you're unfamiliar with Prize Picks, it's super simple. All you got to do, go into the app, create an account, pick more or less on 2 to 6 player stats, and based on how many players you pick, you can win more and more money. It's a great way to get more invested and more involved on some of these sporting events, and of course, at a benefit, you could win some dough. Great new feature on Prize Picks. You can find your community on Prize Picks now with a new social feeds feature where you can share Prize Picks with your friends and copy lineups from winners, like myself, with a single click. Copy lineups you like or use them as inspiration for your own picks. You can even follow Prize Picks partners like us and tailor-fit our picks with just one click. My picks for this game. Kelly Oubre more than 11.5 points. Already got that. Check. Kevin Durant more than 24.5 points. Already got that. Check. VJ Edgecombe more than 1.5 3-pointers made. We just need one more 3 from VJ, and we win some money. Hope you tail me. So, download the Prize Picks app today. Use code CLNS to get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. That's code CLNS to get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. Prize Picks. It's good to be right. That link is hanging out in the live chat right now. All right. Who you got? 4-point game. 4-point lead for the Rockets, unfortunately, as the Sixers looking to fight back in this one. PHI for the Sixers, HOU for the Rockets. Uncle Kias is rocking with the Rockets. I know my guy Peter Thurman rocking with the Sixers. Reed Shepherd over his last 3 games playing pretty well, averaging 15 points a game, shooting 48% from 3. 10-0 run. In the last 2.5 minutes for the Rockets. Here's Oubre. He attacks Shepherd. His shot is erased by Clint Capella. Great timing there by Capella. Kevin Durant, screen, finds Jabari Smith, cutting underneath the basket, just wide open. Rockets now up by 6. Here's Embiid, trying to stop the bleeding. He'll post up Capella, and an easy 2 there for Embiid. If you don't double Embiid, he's going to finish that over Clint Capella all day long. 4-point game. Rockets with the ball. Kevin Durant. Left wing, guarded closely by Paul George. He'll get a screen from Capella. Great job by PG to fight over it. Rockets will reset. 3 to shoot. Kevin Durant. One-legged floater over Paul George. Good defense by Paul George, but better offense there by Kevin Durant. Not much you can do there with that long wingspan. One-legged floater is good for Kevin Durant. Here's Embiid working on Capella. Gets doubled. Finds VJ in the corner, who swings it to Paul George. 7 to shoot. Knocked away. Paul George gets it back. Step back 3 for Paul George. No good. Offensive rebound Embiid, but knocked away. Goes to Amin Thompson. He'll push the pace. Gets past everybody. Finds an open Reed Shepherd in the right corner. Knocks down the 3. Sixers down 9. 6 minutes to go. Once again, Sixers letting this one get away from them. 17-2 scoring run. Here's Embiid. Hand off to Maxey. He's been quiet in the second half. Maxey to Embiid. Embiid pulls from 3. Embiid gets it to go. Okay. So Embiid knocks down his first 3 of the game. Brings the Sixers back within 6. That's a big shot. Sixers needed that desperately. But still Sixers down by 6. Here's Thompson. Drives it on Embiid. Good contest there from Joel. No good. Up ahead to Maxey. Maxey open 3. No good. That's a shot Maxey's got to hit wide open on the right wing. Now Reed Sheppard drives it on Maxey. Reed Sheppard can't get his layup to go. But nobody told Embiid that Sheppard was behind him, and Sheppard takes it right out of Joel's hands. Someone's got to communicate to Embiid there that Sheppard's behind him. It's not that hard. We do that in middle school. Behind. Nothing. Jabari Smith, his three-pointer is no good. Paul George fighting for the rebound. I don't know how this isn't a foul on Thompson. No foul? My guy Reed sending in a $5 super chat. Come on, Sixers. Gotta fight late. Ball stays with Houston. I don't know how that wasn't a foul. And Jabari Smith, nobody, once again, guarding Jabari Smith on the cut. Gets an easy dunk for 2. Too many defensive lapses and miscommunications for the Sixers. I mean, Embiid, that's on Embiid. He's just staring at him. That's on Embiid. Sixers down 8 with 5 minutes to play. Not a lot of time left to make this one work. Here's that $5 super chat from my guy Reed. Come on, Sixers. If you're a Sixers fan, you're hanging out in the chat right now. We need some energy. We need some good vibes. Let me know you're here. Type 76 in the chat right now. We need it. We need the good vibes. We need the energy going. Come on. Type PHI, type 76, wherever you got to type. Let me know you're here, just like Reed is right now in the chat. 137 people watching. See, we got a Houston fan in here, Uncle Kias. We got to drown that out. Orchard, man, I like the Eagles. I like the Sixers because I like the Eagles. Go Birds. Hell yeah, brother. Mackin finessing. Sixers, are you serious here? They got to turn this one up. Bray, Tony, Bradley, typing those 7-6s. Let's go. Also, we are 10 subscribers away from 24,700. If you're a Sixers fan, you want more coverage all year long, I got you covered right here on the show. We don't just do watch parties like these, although we'll have more watch parties coming over the next few months leading up to a potential playoff run. Also, news, rumors, analysis, a whole lot more. Trade deadline in just a few weeks, so your one-stop shop. Stay covered with everything going on with the Sixers from a lifelong Sixers fan to other lifelong Sixers fans. I appreciate everybody who has already hit that sub button here tonight. And we got to say it around here, sub for Sixers dubs. You want to see us Sixers win, sub for dubs. I want to see really quick, before we're still in commercial break, you're not missing a thing, what the score of this fourth quarter has been. 19-9 in the fourth quarter. Sixers have struggled to play a full 48 minutes. Outscored 19-9 so far in the fourth. Shout out to a new sub. Somebody just hit that sub button. If that was you, type me. Appreciate it. All right, we're back in action. Sixers ball, down 8, under 5 to play in the fourth quarter. Got to get it going. Edgecombe over to Maxey, trying to post up Embiid. He'll get it, going against Tari Eason. One-on-one, drives in, too easy for Joel Embiid. Left-handed layup is good. Sixers now back within 6. Embiid up to 32 and 14. What a night. But got to win the game. Here's Reed Sheppard. Paul George switches on. Now Oubre switches on. Ball finds its way to Sengun, who Paul George is now guarding. Sengun, right-handed floater, no good. Rebound taken by Oubre. Saves it right back to Sengun, who finds Tari Eason in the corner for 3, no good. Another offensive rebound. No, it's taken by Oubre. Good job by Oubre to corral that rebound. Finds Embiid, running ahead. Up to Paul George, corner 3 to Maxey. No good. Offensive rebound, Embiid. He puts it up. Oh, they're going to say that the foul's on the floor. I love what I'm seeing out of Embiid right now. He is hustling his ass off. You don't see this all that often. But man, Maxey, once again, has missed some big-time shots here down the stretch. All right, under 4 to play. Sixers down 6. Maxey picks up his dribble. Gives it to Embiid, who gives it right back to Maxey. Maxey, inside, left-hand layup is good! Sixers within 4. Maxey through 2 defenders with the left. He's up to 21. Sixers back within 4. Come on. Here's Reed Sheppard off the Sengun screen. Floater over Embiid. Can't get it to go. Another Rockets offensive rebound. Tari Eason for 3. Good. It's a damn replay of last night. These offensive rebounds late in games from the best offensive rebounding team in the league in the Rockets. 7-point game. Maxey. Another left-handed layup. And the foul. 3-point play for Tyrese Maxey. Send him to the line. Finally gets a damn call. Back to a 5-point game. Maxey starting to get it going here now a little bit. Tony Bradley. Let's go Sixers. Maxey with a little sidestep, driving in. Going with the left hand off the glass. Opportunity to bring the Sixers back within 4 once again. But it's got to come on the defensive end for Philadelphia. You got to get stops to win this game, and you got to end those stops with rebounds. Please. Here we go, says Reed. Maxey's free throw's good. 4-point ball game. Maxey up to 24 here tonight. Paul George, VG Edgecombe, Joel Embiid, Kelly Oubre, Tyrese Maxey. The starters are closing it here for the Sixers. 3 minutes to play. Reed Sheppard over to Jabari Smith. Working on Embiid. Stolen by Embiid. Up ahead to Maxey. He'll drive on Sheppard. Blocked by Durant. Oh, but they're going to count the basket. Goaltend on KD. Maxey was livid that they didn't blow the whistle right away. Oh, yeah, that one clearly hit the glass first. Sixers back within 2. Kevin Durant drops Oubre. Sixers putting some pressure on Durant, nearly loses it. Ball finds its way to Jabari Smith, who finds a wide open Tari Eason in the corner for 3. Sixers were scrambling after they tried to get a steal from Durant. Weren't able to get it, so they were all out of position. Tari Eason wide open in the right corner. Here's Maxey to Embiid. Embiid drives it on Sengun. Loses the ball. Gets it back. Falls to the floor. Finds Paul George. Corner 3. Good! PG for 3. Sixers back within 2. 2 minutes to play. Paul George been quiet all night, but a big-time shot from that left corner for Paul George. Here's Sengun, guarded by PG. Finds Jabari Smith. Step back 3 over Embiid. No good. Sixers have a chance to tie or take the lead here. The crowd should be on their feet right now. Most people are. Here's Maxey. Screen from Embiid. He'll pull. Midi. Good. We're tied. Tyrese Maxey ties the game. 1:30 to go. As the crowd rising to their feet at Xfinity Mobile Arena. Here's Sheppard, picks up his dribble over to Durant, who's guarded by Maxey. This is a mismatch for sure. Durant wants the ISO. Durant working on Maxey. Maxey staying tough. Durant, though, gets inside. Floater's good. You got to send a double there, man. Maxey is not going to be guarding Kevin Durant. 60 seconds to go. Sub for Sixers dubs. Type those PHIs. Here's Maxey. Over to Embiid. Loses it. Loses it on the drive. Embiid's been so good all night, but right there, a massive mistake. A huge turnover for what otherwise has been a fantastic night for Joel Embiid. Got to get a stop. 57 seconds remaining. Sixers will put some full court pressure on. Shepherd can't get the ball in. Nearly stolen by Edgecombe, but Thompson taps it back to Shepherd. All right, here we go. Shepherd up top, guarded by Maxey. He'll give it to Durant, guarded by Oubre. Stolen away by Paul George, and the pass to Sengun. Maxey drives in. Layup is good. We're tied again. 40 seconds to play. Shepherd tries to lay it up over Embiid. He can't. Back to Jabari Smith. His shot's sent away by Embiid. Ball stays with Houston. Stolen by Oubre. They call a foul. No way. No way. Sixers have a challenge if they want to use it. I thought Oubre got this clean from Kevin Durant. Are they going to challenge? The crowd wants him to challenge. Kevin Durant spun around. I don't know. I think Kevin Durant just lost it. I don't know about that. I don't know about that. Nick Nurse wants to rip his hair out. He's not going to challenge, though. 25 on the game clock, 13 on the shot clock. Sixers, Rockets tied at 115. Here's Durant working on Oubre. He'll take a mid-range jumper. No good. Rebound, Paul George. And the Sixers will call a timeout. Ref's talking it over. Timeout called by the Sixers. 13 seconds left. A big rebound there by Paul George. Philadelphia a chance to win this game and walk it off. I'm going to the Maxey and Embiid two-man game and letting one of them win this ball game here. 212 people watching. Sub for Sixers dubs. Trying to reach 24,700 subs here tonight. If you're a Sixers fan, you want Sixers coverage every single day, lock us in. Hit that sub button. And sub for Sixers dubs. 212 people watching. Let's go. Let me hear you in the chat. 13 seconds is plenty of time. You don't need to rush. You want to take the last shot of this game. I'm going to Maxey. Two-man game with Embiid. Seeing how they respond. Trying to get Maxey going downhill towards the basket. Bray Tony Bradley. Please don't choke this. I hope not. Kurt Black. Love it, man. Thank you. Philly, everything. Love the energy, brother. I subbed. Hey, appreciate you. Appreciate you. Supreme Vader. Let's go, Sixers. Let's go. Appreciate it. Kurt Black. All right. Here is the situation. Sixers Rockets tied at 115 with 13 seconds left to play. Sixers will take the final shot here. It's Maxey. It's Embiid. It is Oubre. It's Paul George. And VJ Edgecombe. Clock is off. Sixers have to go the length of the floor. 10 seconds. 9 seconds. Maxey gets past half court with 7. You got to go. 6, 5. Maxey drives in. Right hand layup blocked. 3 seconds. 2 seconds. And the Rockets called timeout, but they didn't have possession of the ball. There's no way they should be awarded a timeout there. The ball was loose on the floor. Oh, that's a goaltend! Are you shitting me? Maxey's layup, it was tough to see in real time. Very clearly a goaltend. Very clearly a goaltend. Sixers just got robbed. As clear of a goaltend as it gets. That is unbelievable. And you can't go back and look at it. Are you kidding me? Nick Nurse is livid. He might get a tech. He is screaming at the officials right now saying that was a goaltend, and it was. So we're going to have a jump ball here at half court. Not awarding the Rockets a timeout, but they blew the whistle, so they'll jump it up at half court. 1.3 seconds left here. Ball goes to Oubre. Oubre chucks it up from half court, and we got overtime basketball. We're going to overtime. Tied up at 115, but this one should not be going to overtime. A clear goaltend on Tyrese Maxey at the end of regulation. Should have put the Sixers up 2. Instead. And actually, hold on, folks. Refs are going to look for a potential clock malfunction, so we're not headed to overtime quite yet. So Nick Nurse looks like he tried to call timeout, actually, when Oubre grabbed the ball before he chucked it up from half court. I don't know what these refs are doing. Let's see. So jump goes up. Embiid wins the tip. Ball goes to Oubre. He has it with like 0.4 left. 0.4, 0.3. Nick Nurse was calling timeout. This happened earlier in the year where Nurse was trying to call a timeout in a similar situation. The refs just didn't see it. So we'll see what they do here. They're looking at it right now. Here's John Goebel, the crew chief. They award Nurse the timeout, but with 0.1. What are these guys looking at? There was clearly at least 0.3 seconds left when he called the timeout. 0.1? How? You can't get a shot off with 0.1. It's got to be a tip-in. It's got to be, you got to throw it right at the basket, get a tip in. Maybe you draw a foul. Sixers just pass it in. They try to have Embiid literally volleyball tap the ball into the basket from the three-point line. Nurse is beside himself as to why the Sixers didn't throw it up towards the rim. Regardless, we're going to overtime. Yeah, Alper. Dude, if the Sixers lose this game, I do not care what happens in overtime. If they lose this game, and this is on the refs. They're showing it again. A clear as day goaltend. I mean, unbelievable. I got a vet on Twitter. Oh, man. Unbelievable. All right, we're headed to overtime. Hey, we're 3 subs away from 24,700. If you're a real one, if you want more Sixers coverage all year long, hit that sub button. Kurt Black. Yeah, I don't know what that was. David Jones. Wow. Fang. Oh, Fang, what's going on? Good to see you again. Holy refs. Refs pissed me off. They managed the end of that game terribly. Terribly. And it's dumb because in a situation like that, you should be able to just go back and look and see that it was clearly a goaltend. But because of the way the NBA does their reviews and does their rules, because a goaltend was not called, you cannot then go back and look at it. The goaltend has to be called for them to go review it. So if they would have called the goaltend, they could have looked at it. If you're unsure, if it's a bang-bang play, why not just call the goaltend? Because you can go reverse it. If you don't call it, you can't then add it on later. And yes, Alper, they have the technology to check it. They have the technology where they can see when the ball hit the backboard. It's just, I don't understand. This is a big game for the Sixers. You lost to the Suns on Tuesday at home. Another game against a good opponent here in a tight Eastern Conference. All these games matter. If they lose this game, God, man, I'll be pissed. Yeah. I didn't see my reaction. I can't believe it. I didn't really notice it in real time. I'm not going to lie. Because it was so bang, bang. But the replay was clear. All right, here we go. Sixers are 3-3 in overtime this year. Rockets just 1-4. I mean, that would have won it for the Sixers. It would have been like 1.4 seconds left. Thanks, NBA. Oh, Esteban, Oubre steal logged. Let's go. Good for you, brother. Congrats on the win. Hey, and thank you all for helping us surpass 24,700 subscribers. If you're a new sub, type me in the chat, and I promise you, you will not regret it. Great coverage here to come all year long. Alrighty. Sixers keep the same five out there. Embiid, Paul George, Oubre, Edgecombe, and Maxey to start the overtime period. For the Rockets, Jabari Smith, Kevin Durant, Thompson, Tari Eason, Alperen Sengun. 7th overtime game this year for the Sixers. Most in the NBA. They are 3-3 in their 6 overtime games this year. Sengun posting up on Oubre. Blocked by Embiid. Ball goes around, stays with Philadelphia. Embiid owns this loser, Sengun. Absolutely owns him. Maxey off the Embiid screen. Back out to Embiid. Thought about a three. Instead, he'll hand it off to Paul George, who will take a pull-up three of his own. Paul George hits it. A couple big threes for Paul George to end this game. PG looks dialed in. What a big-time shot for number 8. Let's go. Thompson. No offensive bag. Out to Jabari Smith. His three is short. Sengun had the rebound, but lost it off a VJ Edgecombe steal. Sengun is such a baby. He stinks. No toughness. Here's Maxey. 2-man game with Embiid. Embiid another handoff to Paul George. Same play as before. Paul George attacking Tari Eason. Gets inside. Some good footwork from Paul George, but better defense from Eason. But Edgecombe gets the rebound. Puts it up and in with 1 second left to shoot. Edgecombe has not really been involved much in this game, but that is a great way to attack the glass and get yourself a couple of points. Sixers up 5. Here's Kevin Durant, guarded by Oubre. Crossover. What a move. His three, good. What a move from Kevin Durant. He will not let Houston go out quietly. 34 for Kevin Durant. 32 for Embiid. Sixers up 2. 3 minutes to play in this overtime period. Sixers go back to the Maxey Embiid 2-man game. Maxey back out to Embiid. To Edgecombe. His three's way off. And Paul George is going to foul Tari Eason on the rebound attempt. As we get under 3 minutes to play here. Edgecombe had a good look at it, but not having a great night from the field. 197 people watching in this overtime. Shout out to all my real ones. Thank you so much for hanging out here with us and choosing us as your Sixers Rockets coverage. Here's Thompson. Drives in on Embiid. Great defense by Embiid, moving his feet. Thompson, what a shot. Great footwork. Contested layup. Great defense by Embiid, but Thompson somehow got it to go. We're tied. Maxey back quickly the other way. With the left, Maxey gets it to go. Sixers back up by 2. Maxey up to 32. Maxey and Embiid with 32 apiece. Here's Thompson. Embiid giving him a ton of space. Not respecting the shot. Thompson drives in. Out to Jabari Smith. To the cutting Tari Eason. Ripped away by the Sixers. Turnover. Philadelphia takes over. I couldn't tell if that was Maxey or Embiid. It was one of them, though, as we hit 2 minutes to play. Maxey guarded by Eason. Embiid wants it. Working on Jabari Smith. At the free throw line. Backs him down. Double comes. Wow. Embiid saw the double late. Felt Thompson coming over. Tried to put up a shot. He gets fouled. They'll say it's on the floor. Embiid arguing he was in the shooting motion, but Sixers will take the ball out of bounds, side out here. Very nearly a turnover for Embiid. He's honestly lucky he held on to that one. All right, 7 to shoot. Maxey isoing on Jabari Smith. He'll cross him over. He'll get into the paint. He'll lay it up. Oh, just off the right side of the rim. A good move by Maxey. Unable to finish. 2-point game. 122-120. Sixers ahead. Kevin Durant. Guarded closely by Oubre. He'll get a high screen from Thompson. Thompson will get the roll pass. He'll kick it down to Sengun. Paul George blocks the shot of Sengun. Oubre the other way. He'll glide in. He'll finish with the right hand. What a sequence for the Sixers. The Paul George block to the Kelly Oubre finish. Credit to Paul George. He was not good for most of the game. He's been very, very clutch down the stretch. And how about Sengun getting another shot blocked? What a loser. Here's Kevin Durant. His floater, no good. Rebound went to the Sixers, but they're going to call a foul on the rebound. Somebody pushed Sengun in the back. Kurt Black, love this. I'm hyped. Dude, this is what we give it here on the channel, man. Appreciate you joining us. All right, under a minute to play. Sixers up 4. And yeah, it was Paul George who shoved Sengun. That'll be 5 fouls on Paul George. Oubre, another deflection, knocks it out of bounds off the inbound. Some lazy inbound passes here from the Rockets. We'll do it again. And Kevin Durant shoving VJ Edgecombe, trying to get open off the inbound. Offensive foul, Sixers ball! Great fight by VJ guarding KD. KD just shoved him on the inbound. Sixers ball, 50 seconds to play. You got to close this one out. Maxey up top. They'll burn some clock here. We approach 10 to shoot, 40 to play. All right, it's Edgecombe, excuse me. He'll cross over. He'll rise up. He tried to slam it home. There really wasn't an angle. Missed the shot. Now here's Thompson back the other way quickly. Finds an open Kevin Durant. Can't hit the 3, but Thompson gets the offensive rebound. Back to KD. Misses again. Another offensive rebound. Durant. Floater's good. Multiple offensive rebounds, multiple offensive chances for the Rockets on that possession. They're back within 2. Shot clock is unplugged, so Houston will have to foul, and they'll foul Maxey with 18.9 left to play. You make your free throws, this one's good. This one's over. And I'll tell you what, this is the first time all year we're seeing the starting lineup of Maxey, Edgecombe, Embiid, Paul George, Oubre. I love what I'm seeing out of this 5. Maxey will go to the line to shoot 2, trying to extend this 2-point lead to 4. Maxey's first free throw is good. Big one. Puts the Sixers up 3. But this second free throw can make it a 2-possession ball game, which would be huge with 18.9 to play. Maxey's free throw is good. Sixers up by 4. Rockets will not call timeout. They'll run it. Here's Thompson up the floor. Stolen away by Maxey. Ball's loose. Taken by Oubre to Embiid. Embiid gets it to Tyrese. He'll slam it home. Tyrese Maxey with the steal. Embiid ahead to Maxey. Sixers up 6 with 6 seconds to play. This one's all but over. Tari Eason will dribble it up. Some dribbling here. Knocked away by Paul George. And that's it. The Sixers win! They win in overtime, coming back from a big deficit in the second half of this ball game. They fight in overtime. Some big-time defensive plays down the stretch from Paul George, VJ Edgecombe, Kelly Oubre, Joel Embiid, Tyrese Maxey. Everybody making a play when they needed it, and the Sixers get a big-time win at home against the Houston Rockets. That is huge. What a night. What a win. Type those LFGs. Come on, man. What a gutty performance from this Sixers team. And it was their defense, really, that made some big plays down the stretch that allowed Philadelphia to win this game. Let's go. What a game, and what a win. That was exciting, man. The Sixers, you can say a lot of things about them, the way they played this year, but they are an exciting team. Tight those LFGs. Sorry, Uncle Kiss. Sixers win. David Jones. Bray Tony Bradley in the chat. Wow. What an exhilarating game. And how about this? With that last pass from Embiid to Maxey, Embiid got his 10th assist, 32, 15, and 10 for Joel Embiid, his 9th career triple-double. What a night for the big fella. What a night for the big fella. I mean, look at this stat line here. 32, 15, and 10 with 2 blocks. Sixers were down 8 points with 5 minutes to go in the fourth quarter. Fought back to force overtime. Should have won in overtime, or should have won in regulation because of the goaltend, but still won in overtime. And Embiid's talking about how it started with defense. It absolutely does start and end with defense. A triple-double for Embiid. What a night, man. $10 super chat coming in. Shout out to my mom supporting the show, sending in the 10 after what was an exciting game. Go Sixers. Beautiful win. Sixers will move to 24-19 on the year. A much-needed dub with a fully healthy squad. And really great performances all around, right? We'll recap this before we hop on out of here, but I mentioned Embiid. He was big all night. He was moving around well. Made some big defensive plays. Had some lapses at times as well. But came up big when it mattered most. I mean, the numbers tell you all you need to know about how good he was. 32, 15, and 10. Of course, you got to talk about Kelly Oubre. A lot of this damage coming early in the game for Kelly Oubre, but finishes with 26, 3, and 4. And also for him, some big defensive plays. I know the Sixers gave up 122 points. That is in an overtime game. But I thought their defense is what won them the game. They really buckled down late when they needed to and made some big plays. And that was everybody. Embiid had a couple big defensive plays. Oubre did as well. Tyrese Maxey had that last steal to close this one out. He struggled early, really found his groove towards the end. 36 and 10, 15 to 28 from the field. Struggled from 3, but really good from inside the arc. Peter Thurman, great show, Chip. I appreciate it. Kurt Black, great watch. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Robbie, good game. No doubt about it. No doubt about it. VJ Edgecombe, stat line won't jump off the board to you, but also made some timely plays. 9 points, 7 rebounds. A couple of those rebounds were huge. 4 assists. Struggled scoring it, but drew that charge or that offensive foul against Kevin Durant towards the end of that game as well. And Paul George, man, was very, very quiet for most of the game. Ended up with 5 fouls in this one. But 10 points, 7 rebounds, 4 assists, and also made some huge defensive plays and some big-time threes as well. Woo! What a win. What a win. I want to look at the rebounding battle real quick before we hop on out of here. Rockets finished with 46 rebounds. Sixers with 47. So Sixers won the rebounding battle. Now the Rockets did have 15 offensive rebounds. The Sixers 9, so that was certainly an issue. Led to 21 second chance points for the Rockets, so that certainly helped keep them in the game. But Sixers did just enough. And really for the Rockets, Kevin Durant with 36, Thompson 17, Alperen Sengun was a minus 18. 13, 8, and 7 for him. Just what a way to close out the game defensively. Outscoring the Rockets 13 to 7. And also, Sixers were getting outscored 19 to 9 to start the fourth quarter. They end the fourth quarter on a 16-8 run. 16-8 run to end the fourth quarter to force overtime and then outscoring the Rockets 13-7 in that overtime period. Defense, man. Defense. They locked in when they needed to, made some big-time plays, and that is what won them the game. What a night. Appreciate everybody. We surpassed 24,700 subscribers. Robert Downs in the building. Stellar win. Absolutely. Marley. Some foul trouble for VJ and Paul George. Yeah, they were in foul trouble. That kind of contributed to their limited contributions earlier in the game. But when it mattered the most, they got it done. Appreciate it, Reed. Good stuff. Brayton, big win versus a good team. Absolutely. That's a very good team over there and a very good win for the Sixers. Alrighty. We're going to hop on out of here momentarily. Again, thank you all so much for tuning in. Hit that sub button. I think next game we'll do Sixers play the Hornets on Monday. Don't think we're going to do that one. They play the Knicks on Saturday. Not going to be able to do that one. But big game against the Knicks at 3 p.m. Eastern on Saturday. Next watch party probably going to be Tuesday. Sixers take on the Milwaukee Bucks on NBC and Peacock. So a big game there against Giannis and the Bucks. Milwaukee's struggling, but always a good, fun watch going up against Giannis on a nationally televised game as well. So tune in for that one, of course, and all the other content we have to come all throughout the year. Well, we're going to hop off here on the show. Again, thank you to everybody who made tonight such a fun one. So Sixers lost Tuesday. Good to see a Sixers win back here tonight. Maybe now they can string some wins together. Yeah, I'm Jake Chipper. This was Sixers Now. Thank you so much for tuning in. Everybody that hung out with us here tonight, we had what? A little over 4,000 people that hung out here on this one. That'll do it for today's show. Hope you all enjoy your night and enjoy this Sixers win. And we'll see you next time. Until then, go Sixers, baby.